Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. Glad to be back. Things are going to be a little pretty interesting. Everything should be interesting. What's going on, Renee? How are you? What's up, Instagram? What's the good word? Tip of the cap. Happy Sundal. The world is garbage. Everything is trash. People on Instagram, you're going to notice that this video looks a little different. I'm going to explain why in a minute. Once everybody comes in here and lays their bag out in order for it to get smashed. What's up, Facebook? What's up? What's up, Abraham? Hello, Rebecca. What's up, Ohio? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Abby? How are you? What's going on? How are you? How are you? People on Instagram, I'm sorry for the way that this camera looks right now. I'll explain in a second. The world is trash. The world is trash, and I will explain why it's such trash. The world is garbage. I'm too zoomed in on this. I don't like how zoomed in I am. It's really annoying. But I'll explain why. Because everything is, in fact, trash and the world is garbage. What's up, Marie? How you doing? What's up, Chooks? What's good? Chooks the Chooch. What's good? C. Lewis, how you doing? Yo, it's good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for being here. What's up, Ryan Big Ray? How you doing? I'm zoomed in. It's uncomfortable. It's very weird. No one likes it, including me. People on Facebook and YouTube are seeing the same thing, but people on Instagram are seeing an extreme close-up, and it's just not good. It's not ideal, and I will smack you in the face with the truth of why it looks like this. So here's the thing. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Tickle my bag. I got the juice. I got the Moderna. I got the Moderna. And then I just went to Smoothie King. Not Smoothie King, Krispy Kreme. I went to Krusty Kreme. I catapulted myself over the border. I got the juice. I'm dead. I'm dying. The world is trash. Everything's on fire. The world is garbage. All right, well, I'm glad that it looks the same, but I'm going to kick you in the bag. Listen, here's a quick update for you. First of all, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you as always. I'm getting all set up. I know that I had a noticeable leave of absence for the last week. Sorry, I'm getting my camera all set here. I had a notable leave of absence, so I went to Texas and I went to FitCon, which was awesome. I went to a music festival in Texas, which was also awesome. I know you saw me last weekend, but usually I would do many more live streams during the week, so I'll explain why the camera looks bad, whatever. Everything's gross. Thank you, Abraham, for the super chat on YouTube. I appreciate that. I did not get the juice. I'm clearly joking. People are like, people on Facebook are already freaking out. They're like, yo, you got the juice? That's insane. It's like, I clearly didn't. Like, it's a joke. These are jokes. I tell jokes. I'm an Instagram chooch. I don't get the juice. I would not get the juice, and I certainly would. Oh, guys, come on. Haven't you been watching what I've been saying? I'm not going to get the juice. Like, let's be serious. I'm a young, healthy individual. Now people are coming in on Facebook and they're saying, I don't think he got the juice. These are jokes. He tells jokes. Yep, these are jokes. These are jokes. I tell jokes. Listen, so first of all, let me tickle your bag for a second. So I went to the first music festival that I've been to in Florida, like actual music festival, outdoors, people dancing, particles, a particle in my eye, a particle in my bag, a particle in my anus. I got a particle. I somersaulted into a pile of particles. I was breathing. I was inhaling. There was hugging. People were slapping five and eating handheld food. So it was just terrible. No, I'm just kidding. It was awesome. It was great to see music and dance outside, especially in my home state of Big Flow. It was nice in Texas. It was Big Tex, but I was like, let me go back to Florida and just get clapped. But they've been doing them now in Florida. There was a 15,000 person rap show in Miami over the weekend, which is great if you're into 6ix9ine, whatever. But I went to a dance music festival with some of my favorites, including Green Velvet and Eric Prydz, and it was absolute dirt McGirt. Until something very unfortunate happened, you bags of rice. So listen, this is what happened. So I'm in this park. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the scenery. I'm yelling. I'm zipping. I'm zapping. I'm with some pals. I'm with my cousin and his girlfriend. We're having a great time. And some literal, actual human garbage merchant, an actual Jabron James, stole my phone out of my pocket. So my like $1,300 Samsung S20 5G tickle my bag fucking and send it to Starlink got stolen out of my pocket, including my 1 terabyte expansion fucking memory card that was on there. So I basically lost the last 5.5 months of Bobby Sausalito clips. Now, the full, all of the videos, obviously, I have online, and all of the originals have been uploaded to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But all of the individual clips, like all of the clips of me like tipping and tapping, my medley videos, and all those things were obviously lost in this robbery. Now, I believe as a technology chooch, as a technology jabron, I would like to believe that I was smart enough to have everything uploaded to the cloud, and I do believe that I did. So it is a very possible, in fact, probably a 90-some-odd% chance that I will get all of it back, including all of my personal photos and other things that I had on the phone. So chances are I will get everything back. So just to expedite the process, if you have given me your cell phone number in the last like 60 to 90 days, feel free to just DM it to me to make sure that I got it, because I may have lost some of those as well. I don't know the last time it updated. Whatever. The point is, it might have been in the cloud. It might have not been in the cloud. Elon Musk. It was Starlink. I don't know. It was probably Pompeo. It was probably some Pompeo that took it. So I don't know. I'll probably get it all back. I don't even know. I don't have an iPhone. It's an Android, but some jabron took it, and you know what? It soured my mood, because it's like I can't really shoot good videos on this piece of garbage phone that I'm using right now. But the fact that I even have a phone sitting in the wings that I could do this on is all right. So like the show was great. I had a great time. It was very dejecting at the moment, but it was just like one of those. It was yet another one of those things in life where you're kind of like, it's like, I could let this ruin my everything. And like, I got to admit, it's disappointing, because it's like, oh, there goes $1,500. And you got to redo the whole thing. And considering that the phone is such an integral part of how I do all this, I have to admit it was a little dejecting. But when I get the new phone back, hopefully not tomorrow, unfortunately, because Assurion, the insurance company that I have at Verizon, takes 2 days to ship it to you, which is pure beanbaggery, which is a bag of actual garbage. So I'm not going to actually get it back until Tuesday. So chances are I won't shoot a normal video, like a traditional video, tomorrow, because I don't want to use this dog shit camera, and just to put it all back together is just going to be annoying. So I'm going to wait till the new phone comes, restore all of the cloud and stuff. I'll probably get back everything. People are like weighing in. Yeah, it's a Google account. I'm pretty sure that I'll get everything back, but in the meantime, it's gone. But I assume that I'll get it back, but I don't know. So anyhow, people, like, you think an iPhone would have done anything different? It literally would have not done anything different, but that's okay. So anywho, so I will probably get every single thing back, but in the meantime, it's gone. So whatever. I don't want to lose my beanbag. I don't know. Someone took it. It was probably Pelosi. It was probably a Capitol riot, or who knows. Whatever. Ultimately, karma will get that beanbag, and I hope that they enjoyed it. So anywho, aside from my sadness, aside from my bag of rice, I want to talk about a couple of different things. What I think is the biggest risk that's happening right now, which I think is obviously, which I think is the biggest issue with what's going on right now, and generally my general disposition to like how the country and the people of the country are reacting to whatever is going on right now. What I have identified to be the biggest problem, which I've said many, many times, is that the biggest issue that's happening right now is people not paying attention to what's going on, and then weighing in with their commentary on said things that they don't take the time to pay attention to. And then when the conversation gets to actual facts and actual things that occur and your understanding of what is actually going on, they're like, well, I don't pay attention, or, well, I don't want to talk about it. And I think that is certainly a huge concern. And one of the greatest concerns that I really wanted to focus on in this particular discussion is how significant what is happening is, what is going on right now is as it relates to money, the economy, and how this new thing that I just heard of. I was today years old when I heard of this term, shrinkflation. So the huge moral hazard of the government printing money into oblivion and getting us on these endless dependency programs that will never end until the end of time is inflation. But now there's this new thing where they hide it in plain sight, and it's called shrinkflation. It's a literal bag of rice. It's like if you took your bean bag and you went in the pool. I was in the pool. Yeah, bonus points to whoever knows what that line is from. So anyhow, I pulled up this article. I pulled up this article on Zero Hedge about how Costco is making a 14% price jump, is masking a 14% price jump with shrinkflation. So basically what shrinkflation is it's essentially selling you the exact same product for the exact same price, but reducing the quality of the product or reducing the quantity of items that are inside the product. So Costco paper towels, Kirkland Sig, everybody knows Kirk Sig. You walk into somebody's house and they have Kirk Sig on the products. You know they're careful with their cash. You know they like to stay careful. Let's have some Kirk Sig. I saw Kirk Sig vodka the other day, and I was like, wow. But whatever. Keep it economical. So basically, the article talks about how Costco paper towels typically come with 160 sheets, and now they're being reduced to 140 sheets for the exact same price. So with 20 fewer sheets, that marks to a 0.875 basically piece of inflation. And the same thing is being done by companies like Kimberly-Clark, Clorox, Procter & Gamble, Hormel, Smucker, General Mills, Skippy, and Hershey. So all of these people like Joey Baseman and like all the people at the Federal Reserve Bank and all these jabrons like Don Lemon and Anderson Pooper and every clown sneaker, every actual merchant of trash that knows that you don't take the time to understand or pay attention are trying to tell us like inflation's not real. We can print money forever. We can just take all the money and just bring it to forever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? They're just lightheartedly stealing the inflation right out of our eyes and right underneath our nose, and no one is even paying attention. So there's this other article that talks about all of the different items. There's this other article that talks about all of the different items that have been reduced, and I want to list a couple of them off because it's pretty interesting. I thought it was quite interesting. Here it is. Okay. The bubble is going to pop. Yeah, the money printer is literally going burr, and everything is garbage. So listen to this. These are changes that occurred to consumer products since January of 2020. Ragu spaghetti sauce from 28 ounces to 24 ounces. Powerade from 32 ounces to 28 ounces. Star-Kissed tuna down from 6 ounces to 5. Egg noodles from 16 ounces to 12. Lay's potato chips party bag size from 15.25 ounces to 13 ounces. Scott toilet paper, 115 square feet to 104 square feet. Nutella down from 14 ounces to 12.3 ounces. Haagen-Dazs ice cream from 16 ounces to 14 ounces. Puffs tissues from 56 tissues to 48 tissues. Skippy peanut butter, 18 ounces to 16.3. And this goes down the line in exactly the same way. Skippy peanut butter, Kirkland Signature paper towels, dish soap from 8 ounces to 7 ounces, Ivory dish soap, Hershauer Farms kielbasa, Nathan's hot dogs, Country Crock margarine, Club crackers, Breyer's ice cream, Charmin Ultra Strong toilet paper, Bounty 2-ply paper towels, a bag of Hershey Kisses, canned vegetables, yogurt, mayonnaise, and coffee. So it's like, so it's just like people's lack of understanding of how inflation works and how endlessly printing money until oblivion just makes it so that these companies have to reduce the amount of products in order to not increase the prices, because they know that it's a lot less likely that somebody's going to notice a reduction in amount than an increase in price. So that's a tax. That's basically a tax that you're paying as a result of all of this inflation and all of this endless money printing. So it's like, I see some people in the comments that are like, stop buying these products. Well, these products are affected by most of the lower income Americans. So it's just like, this is a tax on the poor. Like, you think a rich person cares if they get 15 ounces of coffee instead of 16 ounces of coffee? They don't really care. It doesn't really matter. All the people that are rich, these are inconsequential. Whereas for your average everyday American citizen, as they're cashing out their stimmy checks, is getting severely affected by this, because that same tub of margarine is not going as far as it used to. That same bottle of dish soap is not going as far as it used to. So it's like, this is a secret tax. And these things like paper towels from Kirkland Signature going down in sheets, 20 sheets in a roll of paper towels could last you an extra 3 to 5 days. I mean, I don't know how many times people use paper towels, but think about it. If you lose 20 sheets of a paper towel, the average paper towel roll might last a week, maybe a week and a half. I don't know. Like, you just lost a day. So you just lost 4 days a month. You just lost 30, 40 days a year. That you now have to go and buy additional paper towels. So this is a secret tax, and this is what happens when the government prints money. Yet somehow all these mainstream media outlets still put out these articles and put out these news stories where they're like 85% of Americans that are blind and not paying attention really approve of Joe Biden. It's like, they love Joe. Joe's getting a cat. Then the White House is going to have a cat. Joe likes cats. Joe has a dog. Joe picked a dandelion. Joe loves dandelions. It's like, yo, you're garbage. Joe has a dandelion. Look, Joe. Wow, Joe. Wow. Joe picked a dandelion. A dandelion's a weed that didn't impress your wife. 5-year-olds do that, and you're a trash merchant. Thanks for destroying the freaking country, you lifeless bag of rice. My normal trip to the grocery store is $500, and now it's $300, now it's $500. Yeah. So the point is that aside from these items, it's like, this is the type of thing that happens when the government prints the money supply endlessly, and everybody just like, sick, middle class, he's helping the poor. Goo. It's like, no. It's like, don't see. This is the thing. Where they're going to clap our cheeks and where they are continuing to clap our cheeks, twist it sideways, put a stick through it, and shove it directly up our noose, is by doing things that most people won't take the time to understand, won't take the time to see, won't take the time to understand with any depth, and then won't talk about because it's a complicated topic. Like, if you were to say to your average person, like, shrinkflation, I'm pretty well versed in the financial arts, you bags of rice. I never heard of this term until today. I knew about inflation. I knew about all these things. But I knew that they shrinked the amount, and I've been talking about this for a long time, but I didn't know that it had a term. I didn't know that there was an actual term called shrinkflation. So I looked and I saw this other article that plays right into this exact same thing about all these companies that are downsizing their products and keeping it the same price. And it says the Joey Basement administration, crust administration, the filthy crust administration, is quietly preparing for a food stamp increase without Congress. So I hate everything. The world is trash. So the Joey Basement Weekend at Bernie's administration, the CCP, the Big Red Flag administration, says that they're going to try to increase food stamps by 20%, in addition to the 15% increase that has already been there as a result of the clamdemic, aka the artificial destruction of the economy due to extensive government overreach for something that has a whole lot less likelihood of doing a whole lot less of things that I can't even say, because that's how bad it is, because everything's trash and the world is garbage and great. So you can't talk about it. We can't think about it. We can't say it. I can't say the words, but you know what it is. And it's just like, these people are trash. They're destroying everything. And then Joey Basement will get on TV and be like, we need to do this now. We can afford it. What do you mean by afford it? What specifically do you mean when you say afford, Joey Basement? Because when you say afford, what that reminds me, or that makes me think of, is like, you have the money to do it. But when we're $28 trillion in debt, and we clearly, quite frankly, do not have the money to do it, but you're just going to gas every single thing and print every single thing into oblivion until we're in an endless pit of despair, crying alone, dead in our basement. And then you have actual corporate shills like John Oliver go on TV and be like, the economists don't even know. They don't even know. Debt's not even a big deal. It's not even a big deal. What are you talking about, bro? Just because you try to deliver it in a funny comedic box doesn't mean your information is not trash, John Oliver. You're a total corporate shill and you're paid by a globalist. But whatever, who cares? That's just fine. Just make funny jokes on HBO. You're doing great, John. We love you. Thanks so much for being a complete and total liar and total corporate shill hack. Whatever, though. This is extremely dangerous. This is so dangerous. Baseless claim. It's like, dog, no. Like, literally no. But okay. Okay. Sure. But John, he's so funny. It's like, is he though? The guy's a corporate shill. But whatever. He's like, yeah, AT&T, daddy, AT&T, like makes fun of AT&T as he cashes a check that says AT&T, but whatever, who cares? I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure there's nothing in there. It's a complete and total propaganda. It's propaganda hour, but whatever, who cares? What happened to the humor? The humor's left the chat. John Oliver and the humor and his bowing and taking the knee to his corporate overlords as he gets clapped and tries to make you seem stupid because you don't believe in his woke agenda, but whatever. Who cares? It's so funny. Sunday nights are the best now. He probably has a show tonight. Sick. But whatever. Anyhow. So yeah, so the government is going to increase food stamps by 20%. Yeah, teach a man to fish or give a man a fish. Seems fun. Let's not help anybody. Let's just shut down all their jobs. Let's just shut down their ability to make money. But meanwhile, we're going to grease them with 35% increase in food stamps. I wonder if that's going to incentivize more people to get on food stamps. But whatever, who cares? Let's just subsidize food stamps on the backs of every other person that works really hard. I'm not saying that people don't deserve food stamps. I'm just saying that when you increase and incentivize people to use government programs, they use more government programs. And that leads me into my next topic, which I find very interesting, which is an article on Zero Hedge that talks about the following. Here it is. Dude, I hate everything. Okay. So here it is. This is a staggering figure. Joe says on YouTube, kick them in the dirt, star. Agreed. That is an enthusiastic. Actually, yes, agreed. People are like, our country is trash. It's like, the country's not trash. Joey Basement is trash. So listen. Mean tweets. This is what really tickled my bag, laid it out on a warm rock, and then stuck a stake through it. Is the government oh my God, I hate everything. Household incomes. The United States revealed that household incomes rose by, I think it was 21% in March, which is the highest increase in household income in recorded history. The highest increase in U.S. household income in recorded history came in March of 2021 after the stimmies hit bank accounts. But that's not the bad part. That's not the garbage, dude. This has pushed the total amount of government transfer payments to a record 34%. That means that more than a third of all household income is now from the state.
If you want to suggest a track for an upcoming episode, all you need to do is get in touch via any of my socials or at NoraMPure. Easiest one is probably Twitter though.
Are we hearing that? 34% of all U.S. household income comes from the state. that number was 19% in 2019, less than 15% in 2007. In 1999, it was as low as 12, 13%. This is communism. I mean, this is total communism. This is total socialism. 34%. So let's think about that. So 34% of a government's income comes from the state. You're getting paid unemployment checks, unemployment benefits, unemployment bonuses, stimmies. You're not being incentivized to go to work. You're getting more and more payouts from the state. They're talking about universal basic income. They're printing more money into supply than they've ever printed in years and years of time. They're printing in 1 year. Joey Basement is extending I think $6 trillion of new spending. And the other thing too is that this chart is talking about government transfer payments, which is essentially like stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Except the difference is they're not stealing from anyone. They're not taxing anyone to pay this off. This is money being printed and created out of thin air and given to the people. And that is why all of these prices are inflated. Then think about the following. So it's like you increase their household income, you increase the food stamps, you give payouts for every single man, woman, and child, you stimmy out every single person, print the money into oblivion. You shut down our ability to produce energy like oil and gas under some woke agenda. It's racism or whatever. You increase the amount of money that it costs to move all these goods around the country. You get every single person relying on the state because they're making so much money in unemployment. They're making so much money in stimmies. They're making so much money in the stock market. So if they choose to invest into it, and it's grossly inflated. The price of owning a home, building a home, buying a home is outrageous. They shut down the ability for us to produce all this energy, so the energy prices go off the chart. The ability to move all of the goods around the United States goes way up because the gas costs more, the oil costs more. There's a woke agenda about hiring and firing and people getting sued for X, Y, and Z. So you have to hire people that may not be as qualified for a job to be woke and equal and equity, whatever. So they're just like systematically destroying every single possible thing that allows you to be an independent entrepreneur. Create your own wealth, manage your own wealth, make your own decisions, control your own life, move your own goods, run your own businesses. Then they create an artificial lockdown, shutdown, destroy all of the small businesses, focus on all the big box, mainstream, huge corporate businesses, funnel all the cash to them. Those businesses then go and take all of that money to push the woke agenda that keeps all those things shut down, to fear monger and demonize anybody that doesn't follow this agenda as they all get richer. The prices all go up. The people at the bottom get hurt the most. It makes it more unfair. They say it's not woke. They print more money. Then they say that the rich are to blame. Then they tax more of the rich, steal more money from the rich. All the costs and all these things get passed down to you. The middle class gets destroyed. The ultra elites rise and get way, way richer, and the people at the bottom get destroyed. In addition, in conjunction with the loss of all your freedoms, because we need the freedoms to make it fair. We need to take the freedoms to make whatever. These people are sick. They don't care, and most people are completely unaware of this. And they're just like, I just want to get the juice so I can travel. I just want to travel. It's like, yeah, you're about to travel to the poorhouse or the gulag, depending on who you support, but whatever. Who cares? Another article on Zero Hedge came out on May 1st that says, long-suffering New York City restaurants may have been tempted to celebrate when Mayor Bill DeGarbagio announced that the Big Apple would fully reopen on July 1st, which is, let me just be frank, freaking stupid. Why would you open a month in advance, you clown sneaker? Just open, you literal psychopath. But whatever. don't go out, stay home and be safe. And me and my wife are going to dance on TV in Times Square alone on New Year's Eve and rub it in your face because we don't care about you. And then people are like, good job, Mayor DeGardio. Good job. It's like, you're a trash merchant. People are so dumb. God, it's like, what are you doing? You're being dumb. And like, good job, Bill. Great job, Bill. It's like, yep, cool. So get this one. Here we go. Tickled my bag. Just as the Corona clap fades away, restaurant owners in New York City are facing the same problem as now people are not wanting to work and there is a staffing shortage in Manhattan restaurants as millions of people are struggling, are not going to work, and restaurants are struggling to hire new people because millions of people are getting paid to not work. Royal Farms is offering $500 signing bonuses. Some McDonald's franchisees have been offering prospective workers $50 just to come to a job interview. And Joseph Basement passes a $1.9 trillion stimulus bill that pays Americans to stay home. Wow. How about that? Job openings soared to a 2-year high last month, typically a sign that the labor market is overheating. However, the latest jobs data showed the unemployment rate remains at 6%. So it's like you have all these people that were shut down now that won't come back to work because the government's paying them. So it's like all of those business owners, all those entrepreneurs, all those people that are hustling and trying to work to get paid, they're not even able to employ people because all those people are being paid by the state to stay home. What do you think is the moral hazard of this? You increase somebody's food stamps by 35%. What do you think is going to happen? You think that the government's just going to wake up one day and be like, you know what we should do? We should pull these food stamps down to a more reasonable rate. Absolutely not. They're going to keep that inflated at that rate forever. So you got household incomes rising by the most in recorded history. You got stimmies going out. You got them saying and lying that we're in the middle of a clam dam, like, oh, we're just goo. And really, it's just a government shutdown demic. It's not even any of the shit that they're talking about. But whatever, who cares? The flu, it just disappeared. It's 98% gone, but no. But people aren't getting the flu because they're staying home and they're staying safe, but they're getting the Corona clap because they're not. Or like, what are you talking about? Like, your argument's real dumb. Meanwhile, the cost of steel is up. The cost of lumber is up. The amount of money that it costs to build a new home is up by $35,000. The stock market's at record highs. Dogecoin is going to the moon. People are buying cryptocurrency, which has like 90% of it like has very little marginal value. It's like rolling the dice. It's like we're getting inflated into oblivion. The energy is off the charts. Like Krusty got made the border czar and hasn't even done a press conference about it in like 70 days or something. Like, meanwhile, Joe's basically dead. He goes on TV and says, "We can afford it, man. Everything's white supreme taco from Taco Bell. Everybody's a white supreme and systemic, man." It's like, bro, these people are sick in the head. And then you have clown shows like Joy Reid. I think it was Joy Reid on CNN saying that people who don't get the juice are putting other people in danger. I should have the video. Defiling American. Dude, Joy Reid needs to get it together. This person is just not good, dude. She is a disaster sandwich on rye with a garbage juice au jus, and she needs to just like get a clue because she is a total corporate shill. And then Joey Basement was like, "We need to raise the minimum wage to $15. It's time. Equity. Go." It's like, bro, yo. It's like Joe gets on the podium and he's like, we're gonna get some good, hard-working Americans, some good, hard American inflated fiat bucks in their account. And we're gonna give them good, hard-working American jobs. We're gonna just create all these good, hard-working American jobs, and then we're going to get those jobs and we're going to give it to people to just do these jobs. And everybody walks up and they're like, jobs, I need a job. And then they walk up to get their job, and the job is dig a hole. And they're like, sick, American job. And they're like, jobs, American jobs, stimmy jobs. Meanwhile, they're digging a hole to bury themselves. They're digging their own grave. They're like, jobs. And then Joe comes out on the podium and he's like, now get in the hole. Get in, Bill. Get in. And they're just like, jobs. And they just like lay down in the hole, in the grave, and then they hire a diverse workforce to come. We're going to get 3 women and 3 people of color and 3 Native Americans and 3 Asians because of Asian discrimination, and we're going to have each of them do 1 shovel of dirt onto themselves in their own grave. Jobs, bury me, jobs, and then they're just dying. They're like jobs, as they suffocate to death in their own grave. And then he's like, we just created 50 jobs. And then they hire more people to come up and just cover it over. They're like, now we need to buy more government land to bury more bodies. And people are just like, jobs, American jobs. Like fucking. And then on CNN they're like, today in America, everybody got a job. And they're just like, 50 million deaths because people dug their own grave and they just jabbed themselves right to death. And it's like, death is good for the economy. Death, jobs, death. Everybody gets a job, everybody's dead. And they're like, jobs is great for the economy. Death is great for the economy. Shovel sales are up 800%. Casket futures are up 8,000%. Jobs, America, American jobs. Everybody died. Bury yourself. It's just like sick. That's the same shit. And then people will come on. And then people will come on Facebook and they'll take a picture with their shovel and they're like, just got my new job. And they're sick. And they're just like, oh, sick. And everyone's like, good job, Janice. You deserve it, Janice. You deserve it. You really deserve that job. We know you've been working hard. It's like, no. It's like they're burying themselves. Jobs. It's like, oh, here we go now. Let's get live in here. Oh, jobs. Oh, all right, peace. I'm out of here. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, mortician careers are up 8,000,000%. Oh my God. Take a selfie with your shovel as you dig your own grave. Jobs, America. People are like, thanks, Joe. Joe's my dad. Joe's my grand. Joe gave me a Werther's Original to keep in my mouth and suck till it disappears while I wait for my oxygen to run out as I suffocate to death in the hole I dug for myself. But it's good for America. It's good for jobs. And it was a diverse workforce. There was 3 women burying me, and I was burying myself. There was some Native American. There was it's like, that's what these people sound like. Jobs. It's like, no. Yeah, shovel jobs. There's just great careers in shoveling. The University of Shoveling. You should get 3 years of free. You should get free college. This is how you dig a hole. Bury yourself. Jobs. My family makes body bags. Yeah. But whatever. That I feel like honestly that is what's happening. It's like people are just like, they're like, but it's a good job. It's a good, hard American job. It's great. I love my job. It's like, dude, are you good though? It's like literally, are you good though? But whatever. Got a great new job. Lumber prices are off the charts. Whatever. It's a great new job. Yep. What's up with wood prices? I don't know. the price. That's what's up. Good, hearty American jobs. Yo, big thanks to the people that bought the badges. I appreciate you. Hunter Collins 32, thank you so much. Jen Lisa 80, thank you so much. AS Kelly 1111, thank you so much. Elizabeth XO, thank you so much. Jody Girl 505, thank you so much. Chooks Official, thank you so much for the support. Jonathan H. J. Haynes, J. Sully 9031, and Baker Minerals, thank you guys so much for the badges on Instagram. I very much appreciate that. And thank you to the kind person on YouTube who bought the super chat before. I can't scroll back up and see where that was, but whoever did that, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It will go to my Get a New Phone fund. The most diverse shoveling team. Yeah, exactly. Diverse. The people that buried me were culturally diverse. It's like sick. That's so sick. So there was also a story over the weekend about, which I think is just great. UBS, the United Bank of Switzerland economist, said that apparently that says Bitcoin is denied to minority groups who have reduced online access. Bitcoin is denied to minority groups who have reduced online access. So the chief economist at the largest bank of Switzerland says that that Bitcoin is denied to minority groups who have reduced online access, which essentially is saying is Bitcoin is racist. Bitcoin is racist. It's like, bro, it's like. Is anybody else sick of people being put into groups based on the color of their skin and just being grossly generalized and used as a talking point in all of these stories? This makes perfect sense as to how they would go. Think about the United. Let's think this one through for a second. A guy that's the chief economist at the United Bank of Switzerland, and I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with this guy. I think Bitcoin's trash, to be completely honest with you. I think it's trash. I think you're waiting for a day for it to blow up. You can make money. Yeah, but great. You can make money doing a lot of things. So I'm not a Bitcoin investor. I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people made a lot of money in it. Like, tickle my bag. Like, rock out, do you. I hope everybody gets rich. But I personally don't put my money in it. I think my money is a lot safer in actual businesses with actual assets, but whatever. But that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. I really don't care. But the point is that the chief economist at UBS, the United Bank of Switzerland, the largest bank in Switzerland, and, Switzerland, but whatever, is saying that basically saying that Bitcoin is racist by saying that it's denied to people that don't have internet access. That sounds like a great way to demonize Bitcoin. That sounds like a great way to be like, Bitcoin is trash, to take a little bit of the juice away from Bitcoin. Oh, so it's like they're going to say that it's racist. They're going to say that it uses too much electricity, which it does and is true. They're going to say that because it doesn't have the same access and because of X, Y, or Z reason, they're going to just find a way to block it one day. And my disposition is that when Bitcoin gets to a point that everybody has it and it's all around and such and such and such, I mean, anybody that's done enough research on the subject knows that if Bitcoin was actually to be used in daily transactions, it would use more electricity than the world even has to use. It's an unsustainable means of it's an unsustainable currency. It's not a currency. It's a supposed store of value, but I don't even know what value it's supposedly storing. It's not storing anything. It's storing until somebody gets clapped, but whatever. But supposedly it's gold, except it's not gold, except it has none of the properties of gold. It's just a complete and total illusion. But whatever. Everybody like Max Kaiser and all these other people are so gassing it, and that's fine. Like, do whatever you got to do. I don't care. But it's like, Bitcoin is like mostly trash, but like saying that it's racist or suggesting that it's racist, it's like, okay. But this is just one of many, many things that are going to be used to ultimately demonize it and destroy it right when it hits a fever pitch. And then all the money that went in there is just going to evaporate away. All the whales and all the people that got in and out are going to make a ton of money, and all the little guys are going to get destroyed. But whatever. Who cares? People are saying, don't you know Donnie's going to make us all rich? Oh, yeah? I don't think so, fam. Adam says on Facebook, there are Bitcoin ATMs. There's one near me in a little store. Okay, and that proves nothing. Just because there's a Bitcoin ATM just means that company wants to convert your Bitcoins to actual cash. And they're willing to provide you the medium for you to make that exchange right there. Doesn't mean that people are using Bitcoin. No one's taking out 60 Bitcoins. They're just cashing it in at that location so that they can use US dollars, fiat currency, to go and buy actual real things that are priced in dollars. But whatever, who cares? Peter Schiff. People are like, Peter Schiff, he's a boomer. It's like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, he's a boomer, all right. But he knows what he's talking about. And a lot of the stuff that he says are very, very good. But whatever, who cares? Somehow every 18-year-old person in the world that knows about Bitcoin is suddenly an economics guru, but whatever. It keeps going up. It's like, yeah, sure. Tina says cash value is going down daily. Yes, cash value is going down daily. It's called inflation. Inflation happens all the time. So cash is always losing value. That's just how inflation works. That is largely because of the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve Bank. But just because cash value is going down, that would also mean that conversely, Bitcoin is going up because the value of the cash is down. So as Bitcoin goes up as priced in US dollars, it's actually not going up in value. It's just the dollars are becoming less valuable or whatever else. So it's like, what is Bitcoin? What's a Bitcoin? You can't use a Bitcoin. You can't eat a Bitcoin. You can't wear a Bitcoin. You can't use a Bitcoin in an actual transaction. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. It's just air for now. But whatever. There's another article I saw over the weekend, which is, and then poof, gone. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, there's all this financial stuff, and I'm like totally blown away by this. But an article that just seems just like a real great thing is like, okay, like think about, I watch a lot of like crime and murder and mystery shows. I love crime and mystery. I love things where it's like you have to solve a problem, figure out what went wrong. I'm all about those. I really love those. So when you're solving a crime, the easiest way to figure out a crime is to figure out who has the motive. What is the motive? Another way of saying that when it comes to economic matters and happenings around the world is not who has the motive, but who stands to benefit. That essentially is the motive. So it's like, follow the money. Who has the motive for all this garbage to continue? Who's benefiting as a result? When a person gets murdered, who wins? And what did they win? Well, according to Zero Hedge, the richest Americans have added $195 billion to their net worth during Joey Basement's first 100 days. The top beneficiaries of this stimulus have been America's 100 wealthiest individuals who have tacked on a combined $195 billion to their fortunes during the first 100 days in office. The most recent gains have been fueled by the continued rise of the stock market because of everybody's getting stimmy checks on money that didn't exist. They're dumping it into the stock market, which in a lot of ways is wise in theory because they're investing in real companies. So all that stimmy money, that money that was printed and created out of thin air, gets dumped into the stock market. It gets dumped into cryptocurrencies, which is why those are going up. You got interest rates on houses at record lows. That's why those are going up. You got people with stimmy money, 30% of their household income's coming from the government. They haven't been working. They're working from home. They don't have to travel as much. They're saving money there. Meanwhile, they're getting paid out, so all their expenses are decreasing, except for consumer prices. Makes perfect sense. So all these richest Americans are all seeing their income go up. All their businesses are going up. All the stocks are going up. And what do? What do the big companies do? They say, hey, we need to keep this going because it's fair, it's equitable. And they love this stuff. They love just saying that every single thing is racist. They love saying that every single thing is X, Y, or Z. And they love just blaming it on the little guy and trying to perpetuate this continued lockdown because it's a boost to all of their cash. Judy says we need to stop paying taxes. I don't think that that's a good idea. I don't think that that's going to solve anything.
You're listening to Purified Radio with Nora.
Free turkey clubs at Mar-a-Lago. Hold on one second.
From David Home and Dustin Nantais, featuring Sophia Rista. Not sure if I pronounced that right. And that was the DSF remix of Storybook coming on Elke Klein's label Days Like Nights. Thanks for locking into this week's show. I hope you've enjoyed the selection. Don't forget, you can listen again on my SoundCloud and YouTube profiles, both /Nora and Pure. It's also available on iTunes. New episodes go live every Monday morning. I'm gonna drop it down and leave you guys with a very blissful record from Tom Day and Monsoon Siren. Here's the amazing Makiba remix of From Afar, and hope you continue your day with exactly this vibe. Enjoy, and I'll catch up with you at the same time in 7 days. Bye.
This is Purified Radio with Nora and Pure.
So my food just got here, but I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes, regardless. Releasing some stress. Yeah, I'm kicking water bottles. Why can't we have a universal tax rate? Why can't we have a universal tax rate? I think that's a great question. I think it'd be a great idea for us to have a universal tax rate. That would probably make a lot of sense. They'll just garnish what if we rebelled against it. Thoughts on a fake alien invasion? I don't know. People have been saying that for many years. I don't know the likelihood of that is actually a real thing. I think we're more likely to have a real alien invasion, to be honest with you. We need to get you to Mar-a-Lago to see Donnie. Yeah, I mean, sure. What's for dinner? What the hell is it? Not Pei Wei, the other one. What's the other one? P.F. Chang's. Lettuce wraps. Alien distraction. Yeah, I don't know about alien distraction. Free turkey clubs at Mar-a-Lago. That seems fun. So Tina said on Facebook, she said, we need to have a date where everyone opens their business regardless of the governors. If we all do it, what can they do? I don't know that there needs to be a date. I think the date should just be tomorrow. I think you should just go do it tomorrow. Thoughts on Canada? I think what's happening in Canada is tragic. Extremely sad, to say the least. Mandatory lockdowns and all this other stuff. It's terrible. Am I near Mar-a-Lago? Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away. Yeah, DeSantis is the truth. I'm a big fan. I mean, I'm not. It's like I agree with him generally. People are like, I love P.F. Chang's. I think Australia is hot trash prison. Like there's enough issues domestically in the United States to pay attention to all the other states with a degree of depth is hard. But like I know in Australia they have people breaking into houses and arresting people for not quarantining. They have people that were getting arrested, like elderly people getting arrested for sitting on a park bench outside. People getting arrested for leaving their home, leaving their designated travel area. I mean, it's insane. So there's this thing. There's a article that I saw. Where is it? There's this article about I can't find it. There was a woman that she was like traveling in between like somewhere to pick up her kids and got arrested or something, or cited or fined or something for like being in question for being outside of her designated travel zone. Like I think there's 88,000 people that are Australia residents that have not been able to come back to the country for 12 months. I just saw one day ago, Australia bans the return of residents and citizens from India. Offenders face fines and prison. The temporary emergency determination is the first time Australia has made it a criminal offense for its citizens to return home. Australian residents and citizens who have been in India within 14 days of the date they plan to return home will be banned from entering Australia as of Monday, and those who disobey will face fines and jail time. Yeah, it's like, so if you look at this article, so this is so sick, dude. This article in NBC News, and we know how NBC News is. It literally says this. This is the words that it says. Tina is right. Tina on Facebook. I would share your comment, Tina, but it has that bad word and I can't say it. So it says India's corona clap death toll passed 200,000 this week. This is NBC News. And cases have topped 19 million as virulent new strains have been combined with super spreader events such as political rallies and religious festivals. That's what this article says. Political rallies and religious festivals are super spreader events. What is a political rally? Why would there be a political rally? Let's just try to think about that. Why would there be a political rally? A political rally would be people that are opposing egregious government rules and orders. A political rally is people that are fighting back against a system that they believe is doing them wrong. That's what a political rally is. A religious festival is a super spreader event. Oh, that's really interesting. What happens with religion? People organizing peacefully to practice their faith with other people that they communicate with, that they have a tight-knit group of people that support each other, that in numbers they are strong. Well, you got to say that that's a super spreader. I'm sure that people forget that a lot of the cases for spread happened at home. But it's a super spreader. It's like these people are sick. So what's happening in Australia is insane. Australia, which has no community transmission, introduced a temporary suspension of direct flights from India until mid-May. However, some Australians, including two guys that play cricket, have returned via Qatar. Interesting. Tuesday's move left over 9,000 Australians stranded in India, 650 of whom are registered as vulnerable. Australia has all but stamped out the corona clap after closing its borders to non-citizens and permanent residents since March of 2020. Imagine being a permanent resident of Australia and being stuck outside the country for 15 months for something that only had 910 deaths in the entire country. I mean, it's like, dude, the leading causes of death. Dude. The average deaths per day in Australia between January 1st and December 30th, December 2020, is 385 deaths per day. 16% due to respiratory disease, 36% due to the flu and pneumonia, heart disease, 10%, cancer, dementia, diabetes, 4%, 7.31%, 9% respectively. It's like, whatever, though. I mean, shit's sick. it's sad. It's tragic. I wish I could find this video of Joy Reid. God, Joy Reid is the worst. Yeah, there was I wish I could find this video from Joy Reid. Tucker put it on saying, what? All right, I haven't even seen this video, but this is too juicy for me to not play it. I just saw this for the first time. I have not seen this video. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to play it because it sounds like some garbage stuff that Joy Reid would say, because she, again, is a total corporate shill, as they all are. Here, listen. Let's listen to this. This is next, guys. This is what they're coming for, is this climate change malarkey. That's what's next. Here we go.
Biden signed multiple actions as part of his plan to combat climate change, a plan that he pitched Eisenhower or FDR style, tying it to creating new jobs.
Eisenhower, FDR style. Good one, Joy. It's sick. There's a sick comparison, Joy. Sick. Let's listen to that again. These people are on they're on his ball bag.
Biden signed multiple actions as part of his plan to combat climate change, a plan that he pitched Eisenhower or FDR style.
Oh, sick, Joy. It's so sick.
Tying it directly to the goal of creating new jobs.
Jobs! Everything's directly tied to yo, these people are disgusting. It's directly to new jobs. Yo, unpopular opinion and absolute truth. Large facts. Send me a fax. Fax me a letter. Print one off my fax machine. The job of the federal government is not to create jobs for the 50,000th mother frickin' time. The job of the federal government is not to create jobs. Let me repeat that. The job of the federal government is not to create jobs. It is not anywhere in their power to create jobs. They don't need to create jobs. The jobs create themselves. That's called a free market economy. That's called capitalism. These people are disgusting.
Eisenhower or FDR style, tying it directly to the goal of creating new jobs. The actions include elevating climate change to a national security priority, suspending new leases for natural gas and oil development on federal lands and water, and directing the government to rely on science. Think about that in their decision making.
Oh, think about that. Shit, George. Think about that. So sick. So fair and balanced.
In their decision making. It's a 180-degree turn from the science-denying previous administration, which rolled back more than 100 environmental protections, directly damaging the planet. And joining me now is Gina McCarthy, White House National Climate Advisor and former EPA administrator.
I'm sure Joy Reid is an expert on the planet. Give me a fucking break.
Congratulations on your new job. It's very important for the planet. You know, I feel like if aliens ever really exist and they come and attack us, it's going to be because we destroyed the planet.
That's what this woman just said. If aliens ever come here and attack us, it's going to be because we destroyed the planet. Did this psychopath Joy Reid just suggest that if we don't take action on climate change, that aliens are going to come and destroy us? Did she just infer that? Yes, she did.
That'll be our punishment, right? So,
good one, Joy.
If aliens ever really exist and they come, you know, I always feel like if aliens ever really exist and they come and attack us, it's going to be because we destroyed the planet.
Is it?
Punishment, right?
Yeah.
So talk about where we're starting. How much damage was done to the planet over the last 4 years?
Oh, it's changing the way in which we live, and we have to protect ourselves. We can all see it. It's very easy to see from the hurricanes and the forest fires.
Yeah, there's never been hurricanes and forest fires until the past 4 years, you psychopaths. These people are disgusting. These people are disgusting. God, I can't stand these people. You know who else is a real trash fire? Let's see if you recognize this. Let's see if you recognize this voice.
Vaccinated now.
Yes, thank you. Yes, this is so great. The CDC is saying that you can walk and run outside without a mask now. even if you're not vaccinated. Oh, hallelujah! Guys, I'm so happy.
This guy sucks.
I'm so happy. You know why? Because now we won't have to give each other dirty looks when we're walking past each other on the street just because of wearing or not wearing masks. You know, now we can go back to the good old days of giving each other dirty looks because of racism, classism, sexism, ableism, homophobia, and those people who wear Adidas pants with Nike shoes. What are you doing? You crazy motherfucker. You see,
This guy's not funny.
we never needed masks. We already knew how to hate each other.
No, we just probably didn't need him.
I'm also glad because now, according to the CDC charts, if you're vaccinated, you can go eat outdoors now without a mask on.
Wow.
As opposed to before, when you had to wear a mask while you were eating. That was such a disaster. But man, I lost a ton of weight. I'm looking so good and hungry. For real, people, I'm just so happy that we can start taking off our masks now because everybody wants to take off their masks. Like nobody likes
Masks.
wearing those things. You know, even Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie, even Scorpion just desperately wants to take off his mask.
It's so funny. This guy's hilarious.
Life is slowly getting back to normal. But what doesn't excite me is the messaging from the CDC. In fact, it's made me so mad that the only way I can express myself is in a viral rant.
This guy is not funny.
Okay, now look, people. I know science is difficult and this is a novel virus and all of that, but who's running messaging at the CDC? Huh?
Nobody.
First they said,
This guy sucks. I can't watch any more of this. So not funny. Not even funny at all. Not funny. No, there was this other thing about Joy Reid that Tucker was calling her out. I don't know where it is. I don't know, whatever. But it was something along the lines of like Joy Reid basically saying that like if you don't get the juice, that you're a danger to others, and that like it should be like criminal or something. And it's like this lady's a trash merchant. But whatever. Somebody call him a disaster piece of garbage. There was another. So I saw this one, which I thought was awesome. I found this one to be pretty bad. This is in Reuters from Sunday. Euphoric clubbers hit the dance floor again as Spain trials a digital Corona clap pass. On May 2nd, mandatory face diapers could not conceal their delight as clubbers in the Spanish city of Girona moved to the thumping beats of house music put on by a live DJ. For the first time in 8 months, some of its nightlife was back thanks to a digital pass scheme, which authorities will hope allow for socializing without spreading the Corona clap. Concerts have been banned in the northeastern region of Catalonia since October, and restaurants and bars were required to close at night since December. But residents for one evening could obtain a digital pass allowing them to go to a concert or dine out at 5 restaurants. For this, they had to download an app to their mobile phone and undergo an antigen CoronaClap test, show a negative PCR test, or prove that they had already had the CoronaClap. 250 people snapped up the tickets for Saturday's nightclub in 20 minutes. The 5 restaurants were allowed to operate at 80% capacity, and the pass is valid for up to 36 hours and costs between $3 and $10.50, between $2.50 and $8.50. You have to pay between 2.5 to 8.5 euros to get a pass to go to a club. It's like, dude, I don't understand. I don't understand. A trial concert in Barcelona in March, 5,000 people took rapid CoronaClap tests and crammed into a venue without social distancing. It did not drive up infections, organizers said earlier this month. So you're going to charge people, 250 people, to go out to go to a club when they already had a concert in March with 5,000 people with no distancing, and that now they're going to do it for $250 and make you pay for a pass. This is sick, man. This is sick. Catalonia, that's pretty funny. No, so it says Ticketmaster came out and said that they're going to require a pass. I don't think that's going to happen. I certainly hope it's not. Anomaly said on his live the other day about a non-juice, no-diaper cruise. That's awesome. He loves the cruises. That would be awesome. I would love to do that. Bobby Sauce Anomaly anti-diaper cruise. I'm down for that. Good evening, Cindy. Thank you, William. William says, you are the shit. I hate Beetlejuice in Chicago. Yeah. Yo, Chicago is trash. What's up, Russell? Yo, Russell's in here. You guys want some good details on the CoronaClap? Go and follow Russell's page. He puts out a lot of good content about the CoronaClap and its total and absolute malarkey. He's a great person to follow, especially for all those people that are like, "You're not a doctor. You can't say that. You're not a doctor." Okay, well, there's one. Go check it out. Lots of good facts there. Dehyphenated Rick says, do you believe 100 million people in the U.S. have been juiced, or do you think those are made up numbers from the TV? Well, I think it's highly likely. That that those numbers could be gassed. I don't know, but it's highly likely that they are. But I don't know. I don't have any reason to believe that they're not. But I mean, they certainly lie about everything else. I mean, I don't know why all of a sudden they're just going to tell the truth about this. But whatever, maybe. I saw Oregon went back into complete lockdown for no reason. I did not know that. I saw something the other day that talked about. I just saw something. I think it was Iowa. Something about Iowa. And people not wanting to get the juice, like 70%. Thank you so much, JHT official. Thank you. Appreciate it. Iowa turns down 71% of available juice offered by the feds as the demand continues to drop. Iowa. That's so interesting that Iowa would do that. Let's look at the cases. Let's look at the cases and deaths. And we know that they gassed the numbers. So it's like, I mean, I don't understand how long this has to go on with the truth being out there and people just being like, oh. It's like they told you what they do with the numbers. It's like you just don't care. They don't care. No one cares. No one wants to pay attention. Iowa. Total deaths. Total deaths, 7-day average, 4 deaths in the state of Iowa. 4 deaths from the corona clap. 4. Is it any surprise why 71% of people are turning down the juice? I mean, what are we even talking about? What are we even talking about? Average cases per day, 7-day average, 357. Average deaths, 7-day average, 4 deaths. May 1st, yesterday, 2 people died from the corona clap. 2 people. What's the population? What's the population of the state of Iowa? Population of the state of Iowa is 3.15 million people. 3.15 million people. 2 people died yesterday. I bet you 2 people died in a car accident in the first 15 minutes of the day in Iowa. But whatever. Who cares? RV Beneb says, I'm in a long-distance relationship and she got the juice. Now she wants a visit. Yeah, the numbers are extremely, just like Russell's saying, the numbers are extremely inaccurate. All garbage data. Exactly. Because they're lying. Exactly. Russell said you can't even trust that those two people really died from it. That's exactly right. Exactly, because they're incentivized to lie. Died from it, died with it, died because of it, died next to a building that one person might have had it in one time 5 years ago. It's like, this shit is garbage. Complete lies, man. They've been lying. They lie about everything, and people are just like, they don't lie. What blows my mind is how people will be so quick to demonize the federal government structure. Like people like AOC, they're like, oh, like the government's so bad. Even Joey Basic, systemic. Like they literally are saying like all the structures are broken, top to bottom, soup to nuts, head to toe, and they're all bad, but we should believe in everything that they do. We should give them more power. We should trust every single thing that comes out of them. It's like they're so quick to talk about how bad the government is, yet all they want is more government. All they want is to give more power to the exact same structures that they constantly demonize. It's like they're like, oh, give more money to this, give more money to that. It's like that's what's happening. Like people are so clueless. That's the thing. It's like it blows my mind. Now, whoever just said like, oh, my friends got the jab, I'm not going to hang out with them. Like my parents got it. I had 2 people visiting me this week that both got it. Like, I don't know. I don't know that it like jumps from person to person. Okay, I think you're probably fine. I don't think it works like that. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I don't really think that that's really an issue. He says she has cancer and I don't want to hurt her. Okay. I mean, there are rapid tests. Not that I'm saying that those are even effective because you got to look at the cycles. Like you got to really pay attention to the cycles and what they're doing. I saw this thing that said something about the cycles being, so for everybody that doesn't know, there is a test, starts with a P, it has a C, and it also has an R. I'm not going to say it because I can't say it because everything is trash and the world is garbage. But there's this test where they make cycles, where they basically take something and then they multiply it through all these cycles to expand it to see like how much of something or if something exists in it. It's kind of like the simple way to do it. That just detects genetic material that's specific to the virus. So basically what's happening is like I saw this thing yesterday that was talking about how the test is like multiplied to like 32 cycles or something, or like 40 or 50 cycles or something like that. But they're reducing the number of cycles that they use after somebody gets the juice to see whether or not they still have it or not. I gotta get the exact article, but it was like something like dropping it from like 50 to 28. That's like, I think it's called the threshold value. And they like literally took it down and they're like, oh, after you get the juice, it's less. It's like, what? It's like these people are disgusting. People are asking me to talk about shedding. I don't know anything about shedding. I have to do more research about it. I really don't know anything about it. Blah, blah, blah. I think they took it down to 28. Yeah, cycle threshold. I think it was like They are sig. Allison says your food's getting cold. I know. That's okay. I can microwave it. Judy says, does anybody know anybody that's died of it? I don't. I gotta find this article that talks about the cycle reduction. See, this is the thing: is like the actual data, the things that actually matter, are really difficult to find. It's like you can't even find the details. I love how Sean just said clam dem. Or was it Sean? Who said it? Yeah, clam dem. That's hilarious. It's a Bobbyism. I love that. Cherie, I know they're getting cold. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'll just heat it up. It's okay. I haven't been on a long live in a minute, so I just figured I would jam here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to find this article about the reduced threshold, but whatever, I can't find it. So people are asking me where I'm looking. So I have 4 computer monitors. I have one in front of me, which has YouTube on it, which is right here. I have Instagram camera right here. Then I have a monitor over here that has all the articles that I look at, and then I have the live Instagram feed down here on my bottom right screen, so that I can see all the comments, because they mow through the Instagram chat too fast and I can't see them. Oh wow, thank you KD for the donation on YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. KDLTM, thank you so much for the super chat on YouTube. I appreciate it. Joe's World, thank you so much for the live video. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. So I saw there's another article I was going to pull up. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. Yo, I hate everything. The world is trash. 76,000 inmates in the state of California are now eligible. Whoa, what the hell is that? Hold on. 76,000 California inmates are now eligible for early release. California is giving 76,000 inmates, including violent and repeat felons, the opportunity to leave prison earlier as the state aims to further trim the population of what was once the largest state correctional system. More than 63,000 inmates convicted of violent crimes will be eligible for good behavior credits that shorten their sentences by 1/3. Instead of the 1/5 that had been in place since 2017. That includes nearly 20,000 inmates who are serving life sentences without the probability of parole. 20,000. John Kerry. Scott on YouTube says, say John Kerry. John Kerry. Dance monkey. Must have got lost as we were about to have Caitlin as a governor here soon. We are beyond. I mean, I think anybody would be better than new Scrum, but yeah, I mean. So the new rules take into effect Saturday, but it will be months or years before any inmates go free earlier. The goal is to reward inmates who better themselves, while critics say the move will endanger the public. Under the change, more than 10,000 prisoners convicted of a second serious but nonviolent offense under the state's 3 strikes law will be eligible for release after serving half their sentences. Wow. Whatever. Freckled Bear says, what state am I in? I'm in Florida. Big Ron's Kingdom. Michelle on Facebook says, increase crime, increase chaos, increase government control. Big facts, large facts right there. People staying woke in the chat. Facebook people staying woke. Lori Lightfoot says that police officers should call a supervisor before pursuing a suspected criminal on foot. Good idea. Call LeBron before you do anything. Please call LeBron. Yeah, so just violent criminals and stuff getting out of prison because California wants to be woke. That seems cool. That seems totally dope. Yeah, Florida's the best. South Florida is the best. I love South Florida. Somebody said the Kardashians drink blood. I don't know about that, dog. I would say that that's probably highly unlikely, but yeah, I mean, maybe, but probably not. Chuk says we need a 17-bedroom pineapple. Agreed. Didn't LeBron get suspended? I don't know. I love my city of Chicago, but she's running the city. Yeah, that's garbage. Oh, Otto's in here. What up, Otto? What's going on? Chooks made the mistake of going to Lori Lightfoot's garbage factory. Yo, LeBron is a total garbage merchant. This dude is very unwoke. Yo, I actually did not know. So for anybody that was here at the beginning of the stream, I got my my phone got stolen at this music festival I went to over the weekend. My phone got stolen, so I'm like operating at half operation. So I don't have certain apps on my phone. Like I don't have Venmo on it. I don't have a variety of different things, so I can't see when things come in. But I just noticed, I just pulled up my email and I noticed that Cherie and Joseph both made donations on Venmo. Thank you so much to Cherie and to Joseph for the Venmo donations. I really appreciate that. Those are both very generous. Thank you guys so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that so much. And thank you to KDTLM on YouTube, and thank you to the people that have been buying badges on Instagram. I really appreciate that. Ryan Big Ray, Russell Saraski, thank you so much. Boop's partner, Jenna Tiffany, Hunter Collins 32, Jen Lisa 80, AS Kelly 111, and then all the people that I mentioned before. Thank you guys so much for the badges on Instagram, and thank you for the Venmo donations. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jimmy Canhole. Holy Christmas. Yo, Brandy says, does a deer wear a Kevlar vest? Big facts. That was the funniest thing I heard in my life. What do you guys think, deer wearing a Kevlar vest? It's like, no, Joe. This guy's dead. This guy is literally clueless. So clueless. Yo, listen, I want to, I spent a lot of time. So I was talking with my cousin a lot about money this week because it's something I've been really focusing a lot on because I feel like it is the key to so many things in life. Somebody says my phone wasn't stolen. It was hijacked so they can get anything. I mean, there's nothing on my phone that they could even get other than videos of me like tapping around in my driveway. So this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say about money. I think it's really important that we have more discipline as a people as it relates to money. And I think that there's like a general mentality that people have about money where they don't have discipline and they're like focused on like, I want to live and I want to live my life. So I'm going to spend on certain things and whatever else. And like, I understand that. Like, I'm not here to tell you to not go live your life. Like, don't not buy the plane ticket. Don't not buy the hotel. Don't not go see your friends. Don't not go to the concert. Don't squander time. Don't buy cheap food because it's cheap. Like, spend money where you have to spend money. But I think that there's a general lack of discipline when it comes to people spending money on things that they don't really objectively need, and they overlook the value that comes from putting money aside and investing it into things and assets that can grow. And the examples that I was using is like little things add up, right? So Chooks says I'm irresponsible with money. Chooks has been very generous with donations, so I appreciate your responsibility. But this is the thing, is like, okay, I want to put subs in my car. When I was in high school, I had subs in my car. I loved having subs in my car. I had 2 10-inch subs. I love music more than anything. I love listening to great music in the car. And then when I had my last car, I was like, when I get a new car, I'm going to have it for years and years and years. And I'm going to put subs in the car. And I'm going to do that, and it's going to be great. And I have the car now, and I love the car, and everything's great. But, like, to put subs in the car, good ones, speakers, the whole thing, and just do it right, it's It's going to cost like $1,000. It's like you got to get subs, you got to get a capacitor, you got to get wiring, you got to have somebody install it. It's a process. So it's $1,000. It's like I have $1,000. I have the $1,000 to spend. I can invest $1,000. It's not about the $1,000. But I don't buy the subs because I don't need the subs. Which I find more valuable is like taking that $1,000 and buying 20 shares of Uber. A couple years ago, like for example, there's other things. It's like I have 2 kayaks. I love going kayaking. I love to kayak. I'm like, oh, that'd be so sick to have like a motorized kayak. It'd be like a couple $1,000s, whatever. I have a couple $1,000. It's like I could do that. And there's these little things that come along where it's like I could do that. It's 1,000. I could do that. It's 500. I could do that. It's $2,000. It's all these things that are like relatively inconsequential. That are like relatively inconsequential to your life. That like maybe give you an increased quality of life, but like it doesn't. It's not. You don't get it back. So like for example, on my TV, I have like a Samsung soundbar and a sub on it. And like I love listening to music in my house and like it's pretty good, but I could buy a better system that would be $600. But I don't buy the system that's $600. I go and buy some Uber stock. I buy some Verizon stock. I buy some stock and whatever else. So a perfect example is like a year ago I bought 2 shares of Google. And like Google was trading at $1,400 some odd dollars a share. And I just thought to myself, like, all right, I bought 2 shares. It's $2,800. How much money am I really even going to make on this Google stock? But like, it would be better for me to put this $2,800 in here than for me to buy subs and buy a new speaker. And I was like, it's $1,400. It's like, it's not even going to go up that much, but let me just do it. Well, those Google Alphabet Class C shares are trading at $2,410 now. So my 2 shares are worth $4,800, and I only paid $2,800. It's like I'm up like 60-something% or whatever it is. I'm up a rack a share on this stock, and it's like that's the type of discipline that over a span of a lifetime is what makes people get wealthy. So it's like I think that we all are like so quick to spend money on things because we have it. And like, I really think that one of the things that's so essential is like spend money on experiences, spend money on things that educate you, that help you make more money, that put you in situations that allow you to earn more. Spend money on things like assets, like stocks, like real estate, like improving your quality of life, like buying better food or buying a more reliable car or buying a better computer that will allow you to make more money or whatever else. But I feel like so many people just squander money on things that are relatively inconsequential to their life that are just money that's gone. If I put that money into subs in my car, I would never get that money back. If I put that money into a speaker bar in my living room, I would never get that money back. Like maybe, but like probably not. It would be hard to get. So it's like all these times where I just like set aside 1,400 and set aside 1,400. It's like 1,000 here and 1,000 there and 1,000 here and 1,000 there. And I just feel like generally speaking, most people don't understand the long-term significance that these small disciplinary steps and actions will have on your ability to have long-term wealth. And I think that the real flex, the real high, like I've talked on here about like not smoking weed and stuff, is like the real high is like clarity. The real high is financial independence. The real high is being able to do whatever you want when you want it, being able to take care of yourself, being able to insulate yourself so that you don't have to do things that you don't want to do when that rainy day comes. It breaks my heart seeing all these people sitting at work wearing face diapers. And if I just imagine myself if I was working at a restaurant like I used to back in the day and I had to wear this diaper all day, knowing what I know and knowing how bad that this probably is for my general health, it's like that would kill me. So you just know that you're just like killing yourself. It's like, God, it's like that's so sick. And it's the financial independence that allows people like me and whoever else to stay away from doing things that they don't want to do. So it's like think about people that own like a private plane, right? Or people that fly private. Those people don't have to wear a diaper on a private plane. They don't care that everybody's wearing diapers. They're like, it doesn't affect them. Think about people that have a yacht. They're not on their yacht with a diaper on. But you know who is wearing a diaper? The people on the yacht, the workers, the people that are flying your plane. It's like money allows you to have access to so many more things in life that if we could have that short-term discipline now spanned out over the course of your entire lifetime, how much more life you would have. So, and like, I'm not saying don't do stuff. Like when I want to go visit my friends or visit my family, like I'll buy a hotel that's not a, I'm not going to stay at a hostel. I'm not going to pay $40 for a hostel. I'll spend $100, $120, $150 or whatever on a hotel room. So it's decent. Like I'll spend the one to get it down by the water instead of up in the dumpster. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying don't spend money on everything. I'm just saying like, think about the little things and do they even matter? I just think that if more people understood the discipline, the long-term growth of money and the discipline that's necessary in order to get there, I think that more people would be wealthier. I love watches. I love a good watch. And like, I would love to buy another watch, but I just look at these watches and I'm like, this is not cash flow. Like this is an expense that I may or may not ever get back. It's like, do I need this watch? Like I could afford a $5,000 watch. I could go buy a watch that's $5,000 and I could flex, but it's like, what is that going to do? I'd rather buy $5,000 worth of cash flow. I'd rather buy cash flow that would grow. If I use that $5,000 of the money that I would have spent on that watch, the $2,800 that I would have spent on that watch, all I'd have right now is that same watch. If I bought that Google stock, I would have another $1,000. So it's like, that's the type of stuff that I'm saying is like, I feel like people are constantly squandering money. And when they have an opportunity to get a leg up, like as made evident by all this stimmy money, they take the stimmy money and then they blow it. It's like, yo, you should have used that money to invest. You should use that money to enhance your life. So many people are so fixated on the amount of money that they make in salary, the amount of money that they generate from their job, their paycheck. They don't think about the amount of money that they're going to need to create passively. Like the key to real wealth is passive income. When I mean passive income, I don't mean like you sit on your anus and you watch Netflix and just make money. That's not what I mean. But what I do mean is that money that makes money because it's money making money. Like money that you don't have to go out and work for, like dividend paying stocks. And I'm not saying it's just stocks. Stocks are just a temporary holding position before you can find some other asset that will make you more cash flow. Stock is just a really easy barrier to entry where anybody can go take $1,000 and buy some stocks tomorrow. And then if the event ever comes that they want to go and sell those stocks, they can just sell it on a dime. Just sell it. I remember when I first had $5,000 in my stock account, I was like, man, $5,000. Look at me. I'm killing it. We got $5,000. That'd be so sick if I had $10,000. And then when I had $10,000, I'm like, man, that would be so sick if I had like 15,000. And then I was like, oh, that'd be so sick if I had 20,000. And then it's like, imagine if I had 50,000 in there. And then it's like, imagine if I had 100,000 in there. And then you just start thinking it's like a game. And it's like, oh man, 100,000. Then you're like, well, what if I had 200,000? What if I had 250,000? What if I had 500,000? What if I had $1 million in there? Wait a second. So I had $1 million in there. How long is it going to take for me to get that million? What's it doing? Is it growing? How much does it grow per year? A general rule of thumb is that the average market growth is about 7% a year, which means that every 10 years, your money doubles. I think it's called the rule of 7. So every 10 years, your money doubles. So how much money do you have in there right now so that 10 years from now, it'll be double that? Well, if I had $1 million in there, then in 10 years, it'd be 2 million. So it's like, it just becomes a game. And I think that the discipline that comes from just getting started and just putting out a little bit of cash to build your stock portfolio up or your asset portfolio up, just those little things, like it allows you to start to gamify it. And once you gamify it, it just becomes like a little fun challenge where like one thing that I always thought was awesome was like, I would like to reach new milestones. It's like, all right, I have 5,000. Let me try to get to 10. All right, I have 10. Let me try to get to 15. Just these artificial milestones that for whatever reason, it's like, oh, sick. I unlocked a new level. And then I would try to get to an even number of shares. Like if I had 23 shares, I'd try to get to 25. If I had 30 shares, I'd try to get to 50 shares. If I had 50 shares, I'd try to get to 100 shares. I'd have 100 shares. I'd try to get to 200 shares. And then once I had certain positions and it was like, all right, I got 200. I have $1,000 in here. It's like, let me try to get up to $5,000 in that position. Then over the years, it's like I love if I could get every position that I have to $10,000. Like each position has at least $10,000 in it. Then the money really moves day to day and you really see it swing violently. When I was first when I was first buying stocks, my account would go up by like $3 to $5 a day. And then like later it would go up by like $30 to $40 a day. And then I thought it was so cool when it got to a point where it would go up by like hundreds of dollars a day. It's like up 100, down 100. Now it's like it goes up and down by thousands of dollars a day. And it's so interesting. It's like, it's just so cool to see your money moving like that. Whereas if you have $10,000 in the bank, it just sits at $10,000 in the bank and you're objectively losing 3% to inflation by it just sitting there. So it's like the real thing that gives me a lot of solace is trying to figure out how to get more leverage. So like I have cash in the bank, and even to this day, even with all the knowledge that I have about cash, I'm like, why am I sitting on cash? I have so much leverage. It's so stupid for me to sit on this cash. The cash should be invested because I have so much leverage to bail myself out. I have a line of credit for my business. I have a line of credit that I'm putting against my stock holdings. And then I have a home equity line of credit that I can put against my house. At any time, I could just extract cash out of any one of these pieces of leverage. So for me to have money sitting in the bank for a theoretical rainy day at an amount that's any more than like 30 to 60 days or 90 days of required cash is not even necessary because you have the leverage. So it's like, as you fortify your financial position, what you need to do is buy assets, buy cash flow, figure out how to understand the stock market, buy tools that will allow you to make money faster, spend money on marketing, spend money on networking, spend money on going to events that you can grow your business or grow your portfolio, figure out how to make more money at your job, figure out how to make money outside of your job, figure out how to get a passive income stream. So many people are so set on the salary that they make that they forget that they need to be generating money on the side. If I was working a 9-to-5 job right now, I think there's absolutely no excuse for any person with a car to not drive for Uber Eats. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's like anybody out there that's hustling, that's grinding, it's like you bomb out of work like 11, 12 o'clock at night, go drive for Uber Eats, go bomb out, go grab, you know what I mean? Like do it in the middle of the night. That, like I order food on Uber Eats in the middle of the night. It's 12 o'clock. Like say I ordered food at 10:30. It's like somebody dropped that off. They make a $5 tip or whatever for me. They get paid the drive. I live in a city where the distance from the restaurant to my house is not that far. So it's like you're making $5. It takes you 10 minutes to do it. You could make $50 an hour plus the sound, plus your payment. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I just feel like there's no excuse. It's like, you should be hustling and finding a way to extract some cash from and grow your cash flow. It's like, everybody is like, oh, I want to live. And somebody says on Facebook, my car doesn't meet the requirements for Uber Eats. I've gotten Uber Eats deliveries from a guy on a bicycle, literally a guy on a bicycle. So I don't really know about the car not meeting the requirements. I mean, I've literally gotten a delivery from a guy on a bicycle. And I remember seeing him on the bicycle, and I'm like, mother of pearl, like it's going to take forever. Chook says I'm a big tipper. Frank says, get beaten up by some scumbag. Yeah, I mean, think about how many Uber Eats deliveries are made in a given day. Probably tens of thousands. And like one guy got beat up. And one guy died. Yeah, I mean, there's an inherent risk that comes from every job. I mean, whatever. I'm just saying. The point is that car must be new. All right, well, whatever. Then don't drive for Uber Eats. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, drive for the local pizza place. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. $5 is a big. I never said $5 was a big tip. Rick, I'm going to try to pick up more hours at my hard-working American job. Holy giblets. Retaining staff is a nightmare. Chook said, did I see the video of Shaq? No. Do you have to pay for your own gas working for Uber Eats? Probably. Look, the point is not Uber Eats. Like, I'm not here to sell you on Uber Eats. I'm not saying, like, go work. I'm just saying, like, we should be fortifying our financial position. That's what everybody should be doing all the time. It's like, I just don't understand how people will complain about money, or just, it's like, you need to be finding out ways to generate some cash flow. You got to be finding other ways to generate cash flow that are not reliant on you going to work. And I'm not saying not going to work, like not doing work. I'm saying like buying things and buying assets that generate cash. Like one of the thing, yeah, the point is to find a side hustle. Like this is the thing. Like I look, when I tell people about my, like, I guess you could call it a side hustle, or the way that I invest, is like, one of the things that's made the biggest difference in my life was this realization that I have to have cash flow, and I have to be able to purchase cash flow. And I've explained this on previous live streams, and I've mentioned it, but like, this is the natural progression. I know how to build websites. I build websites. I'm a web developer. I've built and managed websites for many years. And I would build a website for somebody for $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever it was. And the website would be built. And then the person that bought the website from me would get all the upside. And they would make all the money and make all the upside from the website. And that was fine. And I was doing a service. But after many years, I realized that all of this work that I put in to help grow all these businesses, I wasn't sharing in any of the upside of it. I wasn't generating any passive income. If I didn't work for the month, I didn't make any money. If I, like, every year in March in Florida, there's Ultra Music Festival. I'd go to Ultra Music Festival, Miami Music Week. I'd have friends that come visit, bang, bang, bong. My monthly income would go down 75% in March because I would be at music festivals chilling or visiting with friends and family and doing all the stuff that I did to enjoy my life, because that's what it was. It's like spring break in Florida, right? And even though I don't go to college, like I'm not of college age, spring break is just a thing where lots of events are happening. So it's really fun. So the point is that, like, I'm like, this is not sustainable. If I was to ever get really wealthy, I'm never going to get wealthy by just doing things hand to hand, by having hand to hand combat. It's going to have to be something that generates cash. It's going to have to be stocks. It's going to have to be real estate. It's going to have to be investments. It's going to have to be some other asset that could generate some type of cash flow. That's not me going and building one website at a time, hand to hand, going to work 9 to 5. I have to find another way to generate other income. So after a long, hard fight, what I understood and what I realized is, you know what I know is websites. So I had a website that was making money. It wasn't really making that much. So I was like, let me sell this website. Let me pull some cash out of this website to see if I can use this cash to then buy some stock or do whatever else with it. I listed this website for sale. I didn't even know that you could even list websites for sale. I got contacted by a business broker. Long story short, this business broker was like, you can get X dollars for this website. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I didn't even know people bought websites. That's sick. Awesome. Cool. All right, let's list it. And I wasn't able to sell it. And as the guy went to go and try to sell this site to all these different people, I just kept thinking to myself, like, why is this so hard to sell this website? What if instead of being a seller, I was a buyer? So this multiple years of frustration trying to sell my website caused me to flip the position. Instead of being a seller, I decided to be a buyer. So I started looking at websites that I could buy. The first website that I bought took me about a month to find. That website, I'm up like I don't even know, like 900% return on this website that I bought. And it will continue to probably spit out more cash flow and be a disgusting return over the long haul. Plus I'm retaining the asset. The point of the story is that I realized that I needed to buy cash flow. I realized I needed to buy an asset. I know websites. I know the internet. I know how to build websites and invest in websites. I know how to monetize that structure. So I came with the target of, like, I need to have something that generates cash flow, an asset that generates money while I sleep, that I can invest cash into, that will grow over time and that I could maybe sell later, a business that doesn't involve me. And then I'll be able to get wealthy off of doing and reproducing that formula over and over again. So what is the game for you? I don't know, but you should do something that you know how to do and try to multiply it out. So for example, let's say that you're like a welder. You're a welder. All right, well, buy a machine that lets you weld more stuff. Figure out a way to weld things that you could maybe resell, sell on Etsy, sell on Shopify. Create a side hustle of things that you could do. Instead of just repairing people that come to you to weld their stuff, weld things and have them stocked up in a warehouse and ship them out. I don't know. But like, we have to find ways to generate cash flow. You got to find ways to invest and work smarter, not harder. And that's how you're going to get really wealthy. And stocks is just an easy way to park your money into a place that allows it to grow. People are saying college is stupid. Yeah, agreed. Sometimes it is. Wendy says, been hustling since 13. At 55, I'm able to coast. There you go. You got it. 2F an idiot says the standard is like 7 streams of income. I don't know that the number of streams really needs to be any specific number. I think it just depends. But I just do think that the best advice that I've ever gotten or done or followed or whatever for myself was to buy assets, buy cash flowing assets. Changed my life. It's allowed the Bobby Sausalito Instagram channel to grow because I had the freedom, I had the free time available to invest into growing this because I had cash flow that was coming from my other projects and investments. So like there it is, like paying off already, just in and of itself. And like that's the type of thing that investing in assets and buying cash flow and focusing on your future and having discipline. That's the game, fam. And like, multiple streams of income. Exactly. I mean, that's the game. Chuk says your beanbag growth is astounding. Thanks. The Waking Light says, "What's your dream?" Bobby Sauce. What do you mean by what's my dream? You mean what's my dream like in life? What's my dream for the country? What do you mean? What do you mean what's my dream? Thank you, Chooks. Yeah, I've been trying to get after it. Do you think throwing beanbags at employees will make them work harder? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I mean, I don't think you should throw anything at employees, but do you mean like giving them more money? Everything is designed to take money from you. The trick is to find ways to return the money back to you. Sure. That seems fine. I agree with that. What's up, Liz, on YouTube? Dream in life, beyond the basics. What's my dream in life? My dream in life, I guess that's a loaded question, but generally speaking, this is kind of the trajectory that I am trying to follow, that I think makes the most sense for me. I'm going to continue to invest in cash flowing assets so that I don't have to build websites for people, because building websites is hand-to-hand combat. I'm never going to get rich like that. So I'm going to continue buying cash flowing websites and grow my portfolio of cash flowing websites. And I do think that will be a very strong sector of how I generate income. My plan is to grow this channel, to get this channel to over 1 million followers on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, to get it to hopefully millions of followers, so that the videos that I put out are educating and reaching lots of different people, also having a lot of people laugh. I would enjoy moving this into things like Maybe it's movies, maybe it's television, maybe it's shows or skits, or maybe it's just more of exactly what I'm doing. Maybe it's motivational speaking, maybe it's speaking in general, maybe it's events, maybe it's parties, maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just being some type of media personality of some sort, or just really continuing what I'm doing now and getting more sophisticated at it over time. Utilizing this platform and all of you great people to spread the word so that ultimately that the country ends up a better place, so that America ends up a better place, so that all these things that I complain about and everybody complains about being so wrong, that hopefully I can do something to thought lead us out of those things by having and exerting some type of influence over people that will ultimately leave the world in a better place. Waking more people up on how to be financially aware, have more personal responsibility, take more attention and pay more attention to the federal government and what it's doing to us, the negatives and positives of it, and how we can improve it. I'd love to be able to have some type of influence over the political discourse where things like the Corona clap and all this other garbage that I think is doing horrible things to the country. Hopefully I could change that and help make that be better. I would love to work with a person like a Tony Robbins, write a book, be on radio shows or be on television shows or be interviewed or whatever is the case, and just travel the world, hopefully helping more people, as many people as I possibly can, using the cash that I generate to insulate myself and my family and my friends, to invest in small businesses and entrepreneurs, grow other channels of people that speak the truth, fight back against all the injustices in the world that I believe are wrong, and need somebody to lead us out of them, and just ultimately help make the world a better place in whatever way makes the most sense. I mean, I would love to have children at some point and teach them how to be good leaders and just leave the world a better place than it is when I got here, and continue to lead a fulfilling and fulfilled life where I get to meet lots of cool people and reach people and have a great impact on the world and fulfill what I believe is my greatest challenge, which is to do what is the hardest and most difficult and most beneficial thing for myself and for the world at large. That's the goal. So that's my dream for life. And I think that if I was to do all those things, that it would continue to be a life well lived. And like, I make mistakes like everybody does. I have ups and downs like everybody does, but that is my strategy. And I think that the way I'm going to get there is by being disciplined in the work ethic, being disciplined in the money that I set aside into stocks, by buying assets, by investing cash into the right things, by being disciplined and holding out on large purchases that are not necessary, by being patient and playing the long game, by being good to people, by being a good friend, by being a good son, by being a good whatever, and being a good American citizen that supports American values and supports America and freedom. That's my goal. That's my dream. Rick says, have a kid and name him Billy. Negative. Freckled Bear says, do you want a family? Yeah, of course. The Waking Light says, you are living your dream. You're getting there by living your dream now. That's facts. Like, I love this. It's Sunday. I was like sitting, like I was bumming out earlier today about the phone. And I'm like, this phone's gonna cost me a rack to replace this stupid phone and get all this stuff back. And I was like so discouraged by it, but I'm like, whatever. Whatever. Life is good. I'm healthy. It's like I gotta just like stop being a baby and just get back after it. So I'm like, you know what? It's Sunday night. I have some free time. I'm gonna use this piece of crap phone. I'm gonna jump on here and I'm gonna jam with the people and try to input or output some good stuff and enjoy it. And like, you guys are all here and you guys are cool. And I love talking with you. And I think that that's a lot of the stuff that makes this channel and makes our interaction interesting. And that's why I was so honored when I met all those people at FitCon that were coming up to me and telling me that they appreciated what I'm doing. I'm like, that's awesome, man. Like, I love that. So I'm having a good time. Like, I am living the dream. It gets better every month. Thank you, Freckled Bear. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Facebook comments are lit right now, and YouTube comments. Appreciate it. Yeah, and again, like the thing too, and I keep saying it, is that it's like people like the thing that's been so amazing about this is that like it's like I've said this a million times. It's like I would have never imagined that people would just contribute to this project because they found value from it. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And like the merch and stuff is like, the merch is awesome, but I was like, I never made myself out for like a merch like, I was like, I'm never going to make money selling merch. Like I was like, who would even buy merch from me? I never even thought that was a thing. But like the stuff in my merch store is like actually hilarious. And like when I look at it sometimes, I'm like, man, this stuff is classic. But I never really thought that would be the thing. But like literally the number one driver that helps the channel and helps me continue doing what I'm doing is like literally the Venmo donations that come in on the live streams, the donations that I get and the tips that I get in the merch store, and people that buy those badges. And it's like the badges are it's like a little bit here and there. It's like somebody puts up $5, $3. Those add up. It's like I do 20 live streams, 15 live streams a month. Those really start to add up. So it's like the contributions of each of you. It's like you guys kicking a couple dollars in the jar. It like keeps it all going. It finances the whole thing. And then like every once in a while, like somebody like Chooks, like who came in and like dropped a couple $100 on a Venmo donation one time, like that stuff's huge. It's like that's the type of stuff that really makes the whole thing possible, is like those types of donations and stuff, and people supporting in the merch store and sharing the content and growing it. And it's like that's the thing that's going to make all this stuff work. And like, you know, somebody put in a $20 super chat on YouTube earlier. Like there was 2 big Venmo donations or good sized Venmo donations. That stuff's crazy. I would have never thought that was a thing. And the thing is that the market is speaking, because the videos are great, but like the book and the gram, like they will reward in certain ways by allowing the videos to be monetized, but you're in the structure. The real monetization has come from the people, has come from all of you guys. So it's like, that's why I stay on the lives for 2 hours. That's why I do these when I am maybe like tired or whatever else, because it's like, it's live and obviously value is being created to you on the other end of the phone, or you wouldn't keep coming here. And so that's the thing. It's so cool. Is like, I have a good time doing it. So I love coming on here and knowing that you guys can communicate with me. And like, even though we're not in the chat, that you can chat with me, you can say things and I'll read them. And I really enjoy this. I feel a tremendous amount of gratitude that I even have the ability to do this, that I could turn my phone on at 12:30 in the morning and hundreds of people will come and watch and participate. I mean, it's awesome. And like, what am I doing? I'm chilling. I'm listening to music, chilling. Yeah, I created an actual community. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't create the community. You guys created the community. I'm just here. I just opened the door. You guys are the ones that created it. I love seeing everybody communicating with each other and stuff and chatting and following each other. It's freaking awesome. It's so cool. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy on Facebook says you bring laughter and honesty into a dumpster fire world. True that. Thank you so much. I'm trying. Joe on Facebook says, damn, I'm late. Don't worry. The whole live stream will get posted on Facebook and YouTube, as it always does. And then as long as my phone doesn't clap me, then the full video will be on on the gram as well. Thanks, Cherie. Cherie says you brought us together. Yep. Jen says, love this, fam. Thanks, Jen. Chooks, we're making history. Yep, agreed. Frank says, I don't mind if you eat in front of us, Bobby. No. What's the significance of May 21st? I have no idea. Thanks, Crystal. Crystal says you're going to make it big one day, whatever path you decide. Can't wait. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. The thing is like, I always felt like I had more to offer than what I was doing, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. I did not know how I was going to do it. I knew I would do it. I just wasn't sure what it would be. I wasn't sure what it would look like. I was frustrated by the fact that it wasn't there. So I just kept doing everything else that I knew would make the luck possible. I got good at the internet. I stayed sharp. I paid attention to all the things that I knew would be valuable in life. And like, as I became more valuable to myself, I became more valuable to others. That was the thing that I didn't realize. That is the lesson, really. You want to know that might be the big fact of the night, is that by making yourself more valuable to yourself, you in turn become more valuable to others. Your happiness, your understanding, your logic, your independence, your leadership, your discipline, your awareness, your hyper awareness, your work ethic, your strength, your backbone, your willingness to press at times of adversity, your ability to manage your resources. Those things create value for yourself, and that's how you get valuable to other people, is by making yourself tremendously valuable to yourself. It's like, if you're not at 100%, or if you're not at the best version of yourself, if you're not operating at a level that you believe embodies the best version of yourself, then you're not giving the best version of yourself to other people. So you have a lower amount of value. Think about hanging out with two people for a week. So one person you hang out with, they talk to you about other people. They talk to you about events or things, and they don't want. And you're visiting that. Let's say you visit two friends. You visit two friends for the week. Think about how much you're impacted by the behavior of those two friends. The reason I'm thinking this is because like my cousin and his girlfriend were just here, so I think about how they interact with me versus like when they come to visit, and I'm like, what are the things that we do? Like, when do we go to bed? When do we wake up? Where do we eat? What do we eat? What time do we eat? What schedule do we have? Do we go to the gym every day? Think about going to visit two people and like one guy goes to the gym every day and one's like, nah, we're good. Let's go drink, or let's go do this, or let's smoke, or let's whatever. It's like that person impacts you for that week. Then like when you're talking about stuff, what are you talking about? You're talking about what you saw on TV, you're talking about the Kardashians, you're talking about how you can get better. What are you doing that's fun? Like, what's the difference between those two people that you're going to visit is dictated by all those things. Think about the car that you drive them around in. Like, someone comes to visit you. Is your car clean? Is it a nice car? Did you buy a nice car so that they would be comfortable in the back seat? Did you improve their experience? A person that's been taking care of themselves has water in the fridge, has clean sheets, has towels that are nice, has the bathroom is clean, whatever. So like, I think about that when people come to visit me, and it's like, one thing is a lesson for all other things. One thing that I love when people come to visit me is like, I have a room for them. There's space for them. The towels are nice. Like, I give them a hand towel and another towel. It's a white towel. It's not some scrumbly ass towel. The sheets on the bed are nice sheets. I get my car cleaned. The maid comes and cleans the whole crib. It's like, you think about how that impacts their experience when they're there. And it's like, I take that into consideration, right? So I just think that like, if we could understand the value that we create for ourselves creates value for other people, then we get more valuable, and you get rewarded with the magic that is the direction that allows you to do the thing that is going to allow you to have the greatest impact. People started paying attention to my stuff, not because on August 20th, I decided that I'm suddenly going to be valuable. It's for 15 years leading up to August 20th, 2020, that I was figuring out ways to create great value for myself. So when the opportunity presented itself, I could turn on a dime and change my focus, put all my effort into it, and then have all of these little nuggets of wisdom that I could drop along the rabbit trail, so that I could produce a video every day, live streams that were multiple hours long, that allowed me to really produce objective value consistently that has allowed the account to grow. If I just decided on that day I'm just going to scramble and try to start creating value for other people, I wouldn't have been able to create any value. It's because I was doing all those things leading up to it. It's because I was sharpening all those knives along the way that when the opportunity presented itself, I was able to really capture it. And it's just like, and even when you look at it objectively, it's like, I'm just at the beginning. It's like 44,000 people on the group. That's amazing. But it's like, it's not 200,000. There's people that have millions of people. So it's like, imagine what I could do with that. And it's just like, as long as I believe that that's a trajectory that ultimately gets it there, then I just got to keep sharpening and sharpening and sharpening and sharpening and coming on here and challenging myself to bring more value to you. So it's like, when I did this, when you think about this, I mentioned a bunch of different news articles on this live stream alone. Plus, I'm doing these other things that I'm just dropping off the dome. Well, it took me almost 2 hours to research all of those news articles, and because I've been doing research up until the point where I saw the news articles, I could speak on them eloquently. You know, so it's like it's this long grind of time, and then like. It's like, what time of the day is it? The consistency of doing them every Sunday. Like the fact that I could get 200 people to jump on here on a Sunday night is because I did them consistently on Sundays. It's like, first there's going to be 5 people, then there's going to be 10, then there's going to be 20, and then it's going to continue to go. And then like people are responding in the comments, and like they and like I said, they like make donations and they buy merchandise and all this stuff. And this all just supports the whole operation. It's like the market speaks. And that's why I'm so excited about this, because it's like, this is what I would love to do anyways. I mean, as I'm learning things, I get to share them here, make video. I mean, it's great. It's great. It certainly is more fulfilling than building websites ever was. And I loved building websites. I really did. And I really do. But this is so much more purposeful. I build a website 2 years later. It would always break my heart when I would build a website, put my whole heart into it, and then 2 years later, the company would go out of business or they'd build a new website or whatever. And I'm like, that's just purged into non-existence, you know? Like I put all this time and effort into making this website and like it's gone and no one will ever know. It's like painting a painting and then it just goes away. And it's like, I remember just being so heartbroken by that because I would spend so much time to build these things that were really in a lot of ways pieces of functional art. And just watching them go away, I'm like, damn, it sucks. So it's like, whereas with these videos, which I find so amazing is that like, in theory, as long as I don't get clapped from the digital universe, it's like, in theory, you could look back on these videos 25 years from now in the event that they were to stay and last in perpetuity forever. So it's like, imagine looking back on something 10 years ago or something at the beginning and seeing the progression, the development of new characters like Billy and like all these different fun things. And then all of the value as I continue to increase the stuff that I have on here. And it's like, it's just really, it's awesome. So I don't know. I'm just floored by the fact that I'm even able to do this. So that's why I said, like, and I've said it a million times. I just appreciate you guys so much that you're here and that you like it and that you say such nice things to me. It means the world. And like I said, seeing people in real life is a trip, man. I can't tell you how many events I've gone to where nobody even, I don't even know that people even notice that I'm there. Yet I go to this thing when I go to FitCon in Texas, and it's like people are like rolling up and being like, yo, I love your stuff. I'm like, yo, that is sick. That's so sick. It's like so cool. I feel like it's so cool. I love it. Thank you, guys. Shelly does her own thing, is saying, where's the merch? The merch is on bobbysauce.com. I'll drop it in the comments. bobbysauce.com. That's where the merch is at. Thank you, Frank. Frank says you bared your soul to us, Bobby. That means a lot. I appreciate that. I really have tried to be very transparent here. And, I feel like the live streams are the best medium for that. It kind of humanizes the whole thing. It's like, it's one thing if it's just me jamming. And another thing like podcasts give another view of people, but it's not like live. It's not reactions, That's why I feel like the live streams are so really interesting and valuable. And I feel like that's why people really like them. So that's why I like them too. Red Pilled Merch says, please make a Pompeo shirt. Happy to donate. I have Parmpeo shirts. I don't want to use, I have a policy that I try not to use people's actual name on shirts because I don't know the legalities of it. And I just don't want to open myself up to getting clapped in any way. I'm overly protective over the whole operation. So I'm not going to write Pompeo on a shirt. But I do have a Parmpeo shirt that's in the store on bobbysauce.com. Chase says, your last video about the view was the best. I showed it to so many people. Nice. I love it. Chi-Chi8, thank you so much. Appreciate you as well. Thank you, Jennifer, as well. Frank says, unlike other lives, you interact with us. Big difference. Yep. Brianna, 1987 says, it makes for an awkward meeting, though, because we know your face, but you don't know ours. Hey, that's just the game. I'm all right with that. Just come up. I don't care. It was really cool meeting people. I'm just a random chooch. Allie says, my mom's a big fan. I send her all your videos. Thank you. Joe says, loving my Billy the Free Donut shirt. Thanks, bro. I love it. It's so funny. Just the fact that people are walking around with my name and my manipulated sloth face on their shirt is priceless. I couldn't have told you that a year ago. I would have been like, nope. That is just so funny. Just a random corn bag. That's right. Oh, God. So Chook sent me a video before he had mentioned. I should check that out. Chooks usually sends the hot fire. Crystal says, because you're a random chooch makes you relatable. Hell yeah. Staying random. Chook says in the comment, me, but on a poor level, like chill fam, pick a number between 1 and 200. Oh, he sent it on YouTube. For whatever reason, I can't get YouTube to play audio on my computer. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this video. Shaq left a server a $4,000 tip. I think that's what he sent. My computer just totally froze. Whoa. That was weird. But the donut. All right. It looks like it's a... Chooks, I wish you could send me that video not on Instagram and I could watch it. But I believe it comes from this. It looks like it's a Jimmy Kimmel video where it talks about Shaq leaving a $4,000 tip. So I'll play it. And I believe that's what Chooks was saying. All right.
It's the big unveiling of your statue. 2 o'clock. There's going to be a big. It's called what, the Shacktown celebration, something like that.
I think so.
I think so as well. And everybody's going to come. Who's going to be there? Who are your former teammates that will be there?
I hope all of them. I hope Kobe's there. I hope Brian Shaw's there. Rick Fox.
So you don't send out a paperless post or anything like that? No Evite?
No, I didn't send out anything.
You don't send out anything?
Hopefully, the Lakers took care of it.
Will people make speeches on your behalf?
I'm not sure.
Will you make a speech on your behalf?
I probably will.
You will? Okay. And you have something that planned, or you're just going to wing it when you get out there?
I'm not going to wing it. I'll probably go tonight and just sit and rewatch the show and see how beautiful I am. And then I'll probably just start writing it down.
By the way, do you know who's on the quarter?
I don't know. This video is long, but I think it's going to get to the point that he was
Quarter
talking about.
what?
The quarter,
No,
like the coin.
I haven't touched a quarter. Hey, you know what's crazy? I never carry money.
You never have any
No,
money?
I never have cash or anything.
Do you have a money carrier that travels with you?
No.
What do you do? Because I heard you're like a big tipper, right?
Yes, I am a big tipper. So, but like, you know,
All right, so it looks like this is where he's going to say what Jukes was trying to send me. So let's hear it.
regular days when I'm just out, like for example, last week I had to beg the store guy. I said, "Listen, just let me take these donuts and this soda, and I'm gonna go home and I'll bring the money back." He said, "Yeah, you can do it." But when I'm at restaurants, I am a big tipper. You know, I like to show people my appreciation. So when they come up to the table, I say, "The quicker I get my order, the bigger your tip will be, right?" And then the food will come fast. And then when we get ready to leave, I'll ask them, "How much you want?"
You'll ask the waiter how much
Yeah,
you
that's
want.
how much you want. And the most someone said was 4,000. And I said, "Okay, no problem." Let
You
them
gave
go.
him $4,000?
Yeah.
You should have punched him in the head, is what you should have done. Wow.
Yeah, there's a young lady.
A young lady.
"Oh my God, you're gonna pay my rent for 2 months?" I was
What a
like,
strange figure, $4,000 to
No,
come
no,
up
she
with.
said it. She said it.
So, you know, you really shouldn't have said this because you're going to now, you can't ever go out to dinner again. It's just
I know, right?
you're going to have to get back in the league.
I know.
That is unbelievable. What about a valet? If somebody parks your car, how much do they get?
Oh, about 300.
$300. And if you don't have cash, how do you give them that $300?
I won't stop. I'll just keep driving. I got no money. I'm just going home.
Have you been
What's up?
watching the Lakers lately? Have you watched any of their games lately?
Yes.
What does it make you? Does it hurt you to watch that, or do you feel like that's the best strategy for them to kind of tank?
This is the first time.
I mean, they are kind of tanking, right? I mean,
That's what you want to call it. This is the first time I've seen the Lake organization.
Anyways, cool. Yeah. Shaq picks his big tipper. Jimmy is a people are not a big fan of Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be a big fan of Jimmy Kimmel. He's kind of a clown shoe. Jimmy Bag of Rice Kimmel. Yeah, I love how people say stuff like that. Oh, God. All right, I'll fill my water one more time and then I'll go. These videos are or I mean these live streams are good for my water intake. Drink a ton of water. A literal water closet. I have 17 bricks of parm in that closet. On Facebook, is 820 going to be sauce day? Yep, sure is. It always is, literally. That would be kind of cool because considering that 820 was the day that the account kind of took off or whatever, it would be kind of cool to celebrate the 820 of the account, like the 1 year anniversary or whatever. And plus, considering anybody that knows my affiliation with 820 and that day already has great significance in my life, so it would be pretty fun to celebrate it on that day. So I will do something about that. I will do something on August 20th. Yeah, I got the bricks. I got the Parmesan bricks. Make your name a holiday, bro. People are wearing your face on their chest. Hell yeah. A Bobby-versary. Hell yeah. We'll all meet at in a pineapple under Mar-a-Lago. I've been trying to put together an actual live event. That would be so cool. Best holiday ever. One of the things that I had thought of, is like if I could get people to travel somewhere, it'd be really cool to get them to like come to Florida and go to like something, like an event of some sort. And I was thinking about different ways that like it could be more than just that. And I was literally like, the simplest thing that I could do straight up would be just like, say, I'm going to be at this beach at this time in this location. And like whoever wants to show up, they show up. That would be kind of an interesting thing. I thought about that. Just like, I'm going to be at this place. Just roll up. It would be interesting to see what that would amount to. The only risk with that is like it rains, which would be a bummer. A private cruise. That's kind of interesting. The boat. Interestingly enough, like renting a boat is actually not a bad. Like there are boat tours like in Florida where you could go like on a 3-hour. Like you could rent one of those like dinner cruise. Not dinner cruise, but you could rent one of those boats for like a couple hour water tour. That would be kind of cool. A dance fest under the sea. Hell yeah. A boat would be really cool. A boat would be really cool. That would be pretty lit. I love music so much. I feel like it has to involve music because I just am such a big fan of music. Boat rally at the Rio Grande at the border. Yeah, that would be good. You know, my video yesterday, the video that I made yesterday of Billy's nice party cruise in Florida, hell yeah, is up to almost 14,000 views. That's pretty sweet. The live stream that I did of Joe's address is over 11,000. That's pretty good. This has been my most inactive week since I started the account because I did FitCon and my cousin was visiting and stuff. Now my phone got robbed, but I think you can rest assured that I'm going to come back in strong in May. So when I get my new phone back, hopefully Tuesday, I want to make a new video. I'll probably end up doing a live stream because this is okay with the bunk camera. So maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll try to maybe do another live stream maybe tomorrow night. I think that would make sense, but we'll see. People are like, I'm in for the party boat. Amy says, have Billy do a short Q&A live. I wish I could put Billy on here. I just can't. The face, the freaking face thing won't let me do it. It only lets me do the first one in the selection. So like this one, let's see if I can get it to work. It won't let me use Billy's face like permanently. I don't know why. I can't get it to work. It's so annoying. Yes, there's a way. I'm trying to do it right now, but it's like just nope. A party boat with an under the sea theme, yeah, for sure. Free donuts, donut floats. My face is nicer, thanks, than a Billy Sloth face. Amy says, print his face out and attach it to your head for the live. Oh. What if you can pay for that filter permanently? Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. I just need time to escape the Jersey gulag. So I'm actually coming up to. I'm taking a couple trips. I'm taking a couple trips this month. I'm gonna be in Southern California. I'll be in San Diego. I will be in San Diego in May. I'll be in New York at the end of May, and I believe I will be in Nashville the third week of May. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of noodling around this month. So if anybody has any recommendations for those locations, I will be in San Diego, Nashville, and New York this month. I'll be in San Diego for 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days. Am I performing? No. That would be cool. Somebody would have to book me to perform. If you know anybody that wants to do it, I would do something somewhere. I don't even know what I would do, but I'd figure it out. If somebody was to line that up, I would do it. People are saying come up to SoCal. Isn't San Diego SoCal? Isn't that SoCal? Isn't that where I'm going? Aisha says, my birthday is May 13th. Can I meet you when you come to San Diego? Maybe. Yeah, I will be there. Second week of May. Yeah, just send me a message. I'll let people know where I am. Benny says, I have extra surfboards and weed coming to San Clemente. I don't smoke weed anymore. I stopped doing that. Get some minerals. Big music festival in Tampa at the end of May. Yeah. So, where am I going to be? What the hell is it called? Pacific PCB? Pacific City Beach? Is that what it's called? Pacific Beach? Pacific Beach? Is that what it's called? Pacific Beach. Yeah. I'm going to be in Pacific Beach. I'll be in the Pacific Beach area in San Diego. Pacific Beach. I'll be like, yo. I'll be at Pacific Beach. Look for it. Imagine like 5 people show up. They're like, what up? It's just like, oh shit, what's up? Benny says, me neither, just being hospitable. Yeah, no, I'm done with the Treble. No good. Second weekend of May. Somebody just bought a "Woke as a Joke" t-shirt. Nice. Littleton, Colorado. Awesome. If Chase is in here, thanks. Appreciate it. Saw the order just coming on the store. Are you just taking a vacay? I'm going to visit my cousin. My cousins, both of my cousins live in San Diego. So I'm going to go visit, chill big, see them. Hopefully listen to some music somewhere. I wish there was a festival. I love festivals so much. Nice weather right now. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the weather is bomb in Florida right now. It's amazing. I love the weather out here. The weather in Florida is off the wall. It's so good. Cruisy tunes, mate. Joe says, I suggest coming to CT, but this state sucks and is full of wokeness. I lived in Connecticut for the first 22 years of my life. I'm very familiar with Connecticut. Born and raised. CT was that spot. Nashville's going to feel like heaven compared to Cali in New York. Agreed. Billy at the beach in a diaper video. Nice. Wendy says, do you have a shirt that says, I'm not saying, I'm just saying? I actually do not. But one thing that I do, Wendy, if you don't already know, is I make shirts for people that want shirts that say things on them. So if you want a shirt that says, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I will make it for you and put it in the store to buy. Just tell me what shirt you want, just a women's shirt, and I'll make it for you if that's what you want. Aisha said, I had DM'd you a while back, but it's probably under message request. DM'd me about what? Yeah, maybe send it again, move it to the top of the queue. I look at most of my message requests. I read pretty much every message that I get. It takes forever. Sometimes it takes a while, but I read most of them. Dear Lives Matter. One thing that I think is really awesome that Anomaly does, which I've been thinking about, I said to pick rocking the Palm Tank, nice, is that Anomaly does is he has a Patreon, and on his Patreon he answers all the inbound questions and communicates with everybody guaranteed as a prerequisite or as a whatever for the Patreon. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. Like, guarantee that you respond, and the Patreon allows you to build like a consistent monthly income stream. That's really cool that you can rely on. It really helps like fortify the project. So I thought about doing that, like I didn't want to make a Patreon and make people have to pay to be behind a paywall to access certain content. Like I didn't like the idea of like I'm going to put out a video but only the Patreons can get it. I don't know, for whatever reason I just didn't want to do that. But the idea of there being a Patreon for people that just want to support, and then you get the upside benefit is that like you always get your messages responded to, I think would be an interesting way to do it. I wasn't sure if anybody would do that. But I thought that was kind of cool. He will be at Huntington Beach. We can all meet there. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, how often are those how far is Huntington Beach from PCB? I don't even know. If there's one of those little riots, maybe I'll go there and I'll just chat. Maybe I'll do that. Erica says, my man won't stop saying, what is it now all day? Hell yeah. That is the best saying. What is it now? Yo, oh, it's 2 hours? Damn, that's too bad. All right, well, then I will not be in Huntington Beach, sadly. Aisha says, I promise you you're the first person that never bushes my name. I'm a wordsmith. What is it now? No, in the most recent video which I thought was so funny, the one that I did yesterday, when I go, I thought it was so funny. I was like, I thought that was the funniest. I thought that was the funniest part of the entire video because he was like, well. Oh, I thought that was so funny. Oh my god, that was my favorite part of that whole video was the multiple. I was dying watching that. I've told people this many times before in live streams, but I rewatch every video that I make probably like 30 times that day. And then I watch it again the next day just to see how I feel about it. And I also see what part of the video makes me laugh, like the 20th time that I've watched it. And then I do more of that. Because if it can make me laugh after I made it and I watched it 20 times and then it still makes me laugh, then it's probably the funniest part of the video. And when I watched that video, even right now, earlier today, I was watching it again. It was just like... That was so funny. Oh, I was dying. And the Pelosi garbage truck. That was an off the cuff. That was like one of those just off the cuff funny moments. I was just like walking the dog and I saw the garbage truck and I'm like, oh, I got to do something with this. And I honestly, before I even did it, it was like driving by me and I'm like, I'm only gonna have one take of this in the shot of the garbage truck. So I was like, I gotta come up with something. So I just turned around and I was like, look, it's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. That was the second best part of that video, I think. Thanks, Freckled Bear. I appreciate it. Hi, Nancy. No, the garbage truck is priceless. Is it a garbage truck or a hearse? I don't know. Billy says, definitely should do more on walks. Could have more improv moments for authentic content and in-the-moment laughs. Yeah, so... The reason that I haven't done more on walks is because the dog is always panting. My dog is always panting when I walk outside because it's hot and he's old. He's like 16. Oh, he's almost 16. So he's always like, so there's always like lots of panting. That's reason number one. Number two is while I'm walking, I usually see people. So I'm like, "Rah!" Like when I'm doing the Billy phase, especially, I literally am like, yeah, like that, and I'm so loud. I'm always yelling and stuff. So it's like I walk by people in my neighborhood, and I'm just like, yeah, Nancy, and like they're just like, what is up with this fucking like, what is up with this dude? So it's weird because when people catch me doing it, I'm just like, ooh, and it's awkward because I'm just like, oh my bad. So it weirds me out on the walks. That particular walk was on it was like Saturday morning, and it was early. It was like 9 or 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something like that. So I was like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna do it. But usually when I'm out there, there's people around, so I'm just like, yes, and I feel weird doing it because it's so loud. And like people walk by my house all the time, and like I'll just be sitting in my I got a screened-in porch in my front yard. I'll be like sitting in the screened-in porch, and I'll hear like couples arguing with each other or like people talking about stuff. So if I'm going by like yeah, like screaming and stuff, like people are definitely hearing it, and people hear it inside their house. So if I was like, hey. So fun fact: when I first moved to Florida, I used to run every day. I would run like 5 miles a day, probably like 5 or 6 days a week. And I would run it with the dog because the dog was young. He needed to get the energy out. So I would run with the dog, and I would listen to music, and I would listen to instrumentals, and I would like freestyle rap as I ran with my dog. I don't know. It's just something that I did. And I would just like be rapping, and I'm like, you're running and like stupid rap. I was never very good at rapping. But I would rap and I would scream as I was like running through the neighborhood, and I would always run at night because it's too hot to run here during the day. So I'd run at night, like 9 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night, whatever. Like when I go to the gym now, and it'd be like 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'd be running down the street rapping because no one was around. You know, it was dark. And one day, there was some guy getting his mail, and he kind of flagged me down as I ran by, and I wasn't rapping at this particular time. He's like, have you been running by here every night, like screaming or something? And I was like, what? He's like, I hear you running by here, like yelling and stuff all the time. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh no. And like, he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I was laughing the other night because like I like would go by there rapping, and I just like didn't realize that people were hearing it. And yeah. So here's another fun fact. When I first moved to Florida, I had 3 roommates, 2 guys and a girl, and I would walk my dog. I would walk Biggie around the neighborhood. And one thing that I did, this is a true story. I was trying to learn how to crip walk. Because I don't know, I thought crip walking was so cool. I still think crip walking is cool, but I wanted to learn how to crip walk, and then I also wanted to learn how to shuffle. So like when I go to music festivals, that I could shuffle if I wanted to shuffle. So I was trying to learn how to shuffle and how to crip walk. And I used to do it in the street at night, like under a street light, to just like practice my like footwork. And one time my roommate caught me dancing outside with the dog with headphones on, like in silence, just dancing and crip walking under this light. It was so embarrassing. One time I did it actually. There's a like a strip mall around the corner, and there was these glass windows that at night would reflect me. So I would like crip walk in the window, listening to headphones, and I would try to practice the footwork to see, because I didn't have a full length mirror at my house. So I would crip walk in these windows. And one time there was a guy sweeping the parking lot, and I wasn't paying attention, and the guy pulls the truck up like right behind me, and I'm like sitting there just like crip walking in this thing. And I was like, oh God. And I was like, this dude is like definitely videotaping this. I was like, oh God. That is a true story. People are saying, show us the videos. I don't have any videos of me crip walking. What is it now? Crip walking? All right. What now? No, there's this video online of it was what's his name? You could Google like Crip walk. I believe his name is Dub C. Yeah. There's this guy. So if you just go online and Google Crip walk Dub C. I saw this video in the year 2000 of this guy crip walking, and I was like, that is awesome. I want to know how to do that. And they're like, Dub C. And then he walks in and he crip walks across the stage, and it's the best. It is the best video. Here we go, Dub C. Oh, it's the best. The best. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I love it. I love crip walking. I like shuffling even more. I love people that are really good at shuffling. I just love dancing in general. I just love dance. I feel like dance is such a cool thing. Just make a video collection of your life events. Nice. I would love to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. I want to play this video because I'm talking about it, so I feel like I should play it. And I'm gonna have to share my screen on YouTube and Facebook. Let me see. All right, I'm going to share my screen on YouTube. And then I'll do it on, I'll move my phone here on the gram so you guys can see it. I love this video. I was like, that is amazing. I need to do that. Where is it? All right, here it is. All right.
We on the gangster scroll. What's up, Dub? You already did your rhyme on and everything. True. Being that we from the West Coast on the East Side. True. We gotta bring some California love. I wanna know something. What you wanna know, nigga? Can I get my C-Walk on for y'all?
This inspired me.
Can he get his motherfucking Crip Walk on for y'all tonight? Yes. All right.
I've been trying not to swear, and these guys are just gonna go out here and swear. Here we go. Yo.
You're about to witness the C-Walk of the incredible.
Yo. Oh. Yo, I'm just saying, that's pretty fire. I'm just saying, that's I don't know. I'm just saying, who would not want to know how to do that? I don't know. I was convinced that was the coolest thing I ever seen. I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. The best part is when he comes back in and he when he finishes the walk and then he just kind of does the kind of little lean back. Oh, that's the best. I love that video so much. And then I used to watch these videos where there was this guy named Siren. His name was like Siren C or something like that. And he used to post these fire YouTube videos of him crip walking. And I was like, this guy is an animal. Like I wanted so desperately to know how to do it like this guy. His name was I think his name was Siren something. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, Kyron. Yo, this guy is the truth. All right, this is what I used to do. This is what I used to do in front of my house, in front of my apartment. This is what I used to do. I didn't do it this well, but this is what I used to do. I would go in the street under the street light, and this is what I would do. Not as well as this, but this is what I would do. All right, I'm going to put it back up on the screen. When I saw this dude, I was like, yo, this guy's the truth. All right, let me close this. All right, here we go. My penguin walk. Yeah, this was like the inspiration behind the penguin walk. All right, check it out. This guy is my guy. I was like, this is the sickest. This is the sickest thing ever. Here we go. I haven't watched this in a really long time, so I hope this is still as good as I once thought it was. I was like this. Yes. I was like, I'm about to be this guy. So yeah, I was like, that's the sickest video ever. Oh, I thought that was so cool. And then for anybody that doesn't know, I'm gonna put on another one. Yeah, I really thought that was so fire. That's not even the best one that guy has. And that guy that video that we just watched has 8 million views. It was posted in 2006. So he had a Seawalk tutorial video where he taught you how to do it. And I watched that video probably about 700,000 times. That video was posted 14 years ago. But you guys want to see some real cool stuff, I'll show you. Now, I don't have a good video of this, but this is what I ultimately wanted to learn how to do. Like later, it evolved from the crip walk into shuffling. Now, I don't know if I don't have like a shuffling video like in mind, so I'm just gonna look for whatever is like the first one that pops up. But I always thought shuffling was so cool. I'm gonna do like best. The girls, I feel like women shufflers are probably like some of the best ones. Like the women are really, really good at shuffling. They ultimately make some pretty fire. Let me see if this one has 27 million views. Maybe this is it. All right, let's watch this one real quick. Oh, it's an hour long. Let's all relax. Let's all take it easy. We can't be doing that. This one looks pretty good. All right. Ones that are like impromptu at actual festivals usually are pretty good. So let's see this one real fast. I have not seen this video, but it looked like it was good. So let's just see.
I'm a shuffle like a hoverboard. Say never land and you never saw it. They wanna see me slow down, but I never touch. So I'ma hit you with a shovel like a middle.
This guy's a little all over the place. I don't know. This guy's a little all over the place. But maybe I should have researched it to a better one. But there are some really amazing ones that you're just like, dude. Here's one that's a group of people. Maybe this one will be better. But this is what I was trying to learn how to do. I love that. I don't know. I just thought that was so awesome. I was like, that is the coolest. That was like the coolest way to dance. So that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to learn how to do. Yeah, somebody mentioned on Facebook the gym teacher in China who teaches the kids how to shuffle for class. I thought I've seen that before, and it's pretty rad. I second that. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. I'm gonna show that video because why not? It's called "Dancing with the School Principal." Yeah, we're definitely watching that for sure. Yo, that's so sick. Just like 100 people shuffling at the same time. 200 people. Yeah, we're watching that real quick. People just like jumping in the stream. Like, what are these dudes doing? That's awesome. I would have loved gym class if they taught me how to shuffle. That's sick. It's good exercise too.
搞了好多年，但是呢，家产子上还
That's awesome.
肯定喜欢，所以
I would love that. Let's see. I want. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, look at that move. Oh. Yo, that one move right there. This one. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa. One more time. Oh, that's fly. Yo, that was a fly move right there. Just gonna say that was a pretty slick move there. People are saying that kids would go to jail. No, I don't know about that. Dancer jail? No, I don't think so. If we get anything from China, it's that move. Yeah. No, that's a good move. The back lean, it's fresh. I'm into that move. I think that's great. No, that's cool. Like when I was in high school, we were not learning cool stuff like that. If I was a high school gym teacher, I would want that to happen. Thank you to Mark and to Chooks for the Venmo donations. Thank you guys. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for that. Wow, I've been on here for 3 hours and 18 minutes. Ghost ride the whip. $22 pineapples, yes. All right. I'm out of water. My water is done. So maybe it's a good time for me to. My high school gym teacher was making us dance naked in the shower room. What? That's not good. People are talking about the Techno Viking. Yes. All right, so I'm going to retire for the night. Joe said, what time tomorrow night if I go live? I'm going to bed now. I don't know. I don't know. Don't hold me to it, but I would say probably somewhere in the 9s, 9 or 10. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I'm disappointed that I can't make a video tomorrow because this stupid freaking phone issue. And I don't know what time the one's going to come on. I don't know when it's going to come on Tuesday, which is annoying. So I feel like tomorrow, the thing that makes sense tomorrow would be to do a live stream. Maybe I'll do one during the day. I don't really know. But I'm going to clean up. I'm going to do some house cleaning stuff with other tasks that I have and stuff. And I always put them off because I do the videos and whatnot. I'm always like, no, I got to do videos. So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll do some house cleaning stuff. I'm going to work with some other people on some website stuff that I've been backed up on. I'll catch up on some other work things, and I'll just use this as an excuse to not make a video, even though I want to. So I'll probably do a live stream because I'm sure there'll be some garbage that comes out anyhow. So bear with me for the next 48 hours while I get this phone situation sorted out. If I get all my videos back, I think the first thing I'm going to do, because I've been thinking about how it'd be sad if I lost it, is make a Bobby Step compilation video of all the different steps I've been doing lately. So I'm going to, I got some good things coming, and I'm excited. This month will be good. If you're in San Diego, Nashville, or New York, holler. Thank you guys so much. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please go follow me on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, please go follow me on Facebook and YouTube, youtube.com/BobbySausalito. All of my links are in the footer on BobbySauce.com, BobbySauce. If you don't follow me, please go to the footer of BobbySauce.com and you can find all of the stuff there, all of the links that you would need for everything Bobby Sauce. Thanks to everybody that sent in the Venmos. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the donations. Thanks to everybody that bought the badges. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. A shout out to Cherie, Joseph, Mark, Adre, and Chooks Official for the Venmo donations. And again, to the people that bought the badges, Jennifer A 0107, Jenly AZ, Chaz A14, Ryan Big Ray Fozzie, Russell Saraski, Boop's partner, Gina Tiffany, Hunter Collins 32, Jen Lisa 80, Ask Kelly 1111, Elizabeth XO, Jody Girl 505, Chooks Official, Jonathan J. Haynes, J Sully 9031, and Baker Minerals. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. And I don't have any visitors this week, so I'll be back on the tip and I'll be making a lot of stuff this week. So thanks again for being here. Scott on YouTube says, say John Kerry one more time. So John Kerry. I got that. I got a lot of that inspiration from Ben Shapiro, where he said that John Kerry's face looks like a mudslide in the Hollywood Hills. Oh my God. A mudslide in the Hollywood Hills. You got to love it. That is very funny. All right. Yo, thank you so much. Thanks to everybody on YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And I will see you later. Thanks.